Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. And how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing swell. You know, um, I was going to do an early show today, but I didn't feel good. So right now. I still don't feel good, but the show has to go on, and we got to get busy on this. Hold on one second. I gotta put it on the big boy right here. But I do want to say this. Now we can say FBA versus the Democratic diaspora. I don't want to get that fucked up because I told people this last year. The Democrats are protecting the immigrants. I have been saying that last year, and I'm still 10 toes down on what I believe about that. Again, yesterday I apologize that I didn't do a show. I was building a new table, so this is the new table that I'm using right now, and like I said, it looks great. So shout out to all of y'all. Give me a second. Shout out for all y'all. Oh y'all lit y'all lit in the live chat right now. Let's see what we're going to talk about. Shabaka, FBA, foundational Black Americans are nothing without Africans in the Black diaspora. FBAs are destroying relationships with the ones we should unite with. The FBAs have the control, no, have and controls nothing. I'm gonna say this, Shabaka. A lot of y'all immigrants, we didn't start this. Don't forget, we wanted unity. Y'all was the one who came over here with the tribalistic mindset. So you can't blame Black Americans for saying that like, yo, this delineation needs to happen. You know, I'm gonna say this: there is no we. You know, and peace, Ray, peace, Rando, peace, uh, Dorsey. Damn, oh yeah, y'all lit in the live chat. But yeah, it's there is no we at this time right now, Shabaka. Only way I'm gonna say this. Only way that this can work if we figure out the problems that we have now in this Black diaspora. You know, well, not even that. Also, have Black Americans do what they're supposed to do. Get that money out here. That's all it is we try and get money out here and stuff like that. We trying to get reparations. The only thing about that is with our reparations, it seems like everybody wants a hand in our reparations. And I'm gonna say this: our reparation isn't us begging; it's a debt that is owed. You know, I will say that it's a debt that is owed. Let me see what Dorsey said. The Chinese didn't build the railroads networks in the South, in the Southwest. Facts. And I'm gonna say this. The Chinese just expanded it. Like we already like it's like me growing an apple. That's like me growing 5 apples and you grew two. You say, "Oh yeah, I grew we grew apples together." No, you didn't grow apples together. You just contribute from the three that I had. You know, that's all it is. But Dorsey, yeah, you're right about that. Let me see what this says. Dorsey salute family. Thank you for the service. Yeah, facts. Um, get up, get you some rest, player. Ain't none going to be bad. No, I know. It's just I'll be fine. I'm drinking some ginger tea right now, so Speaking of Chinese, the Chinese joint too. I usually drink this all through the winter, so I don't get sick. But It just caught up with me. I feel better now. I didn't eat anything yet. I'll eat after the show. I'm only doing 3.5 hours. Also, let me see what's going on. Hold on 1 second, everyone. That one, and that one. So I will say this. Okay, okay, everything's looking great. I do want to say this. Actually, let me go into some more comments. It's the only it is only the ignorance and arrogance of the FBAs that make them think they better than other blacks worldwide. The FBA's own and controls. No, you already said that, Shabaka. You gotta come up with some new shit. Like I'm gonna say this, Shabaka. This shit didn't start with Black Americans. You know, don't forget these people felt this way about us for a very long time. What's going on, Ray Ray? Peace came. You came with the haymaker off the rip. Yeah, it's we got to be personally honest about that. I will say that it's like we can't keep on. Oh, it's the blacks. No, it ain't us, man. It ain't foundational Black Americans. You know, and like I always tell people this. There are issues in this African community where drink some sake. Probably I'll try a little bit before I go to work, or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna say this, Ray Ray. Like these people, man, and I gotta say these people because it's not all of them, but at the end of the day, we know when they're the Black diaspora, Democratic diaspora. Because when I say the reason why I add Democrat in there, because at the end of the day, it could also be our own people. So definitely I will say that. Some of them are our own people, and those are the niggas who's on the payroll. Let me see. Shibusi is a fucking tether kiss ass. Facts. He is. And I think this is what's gonna happen. People gonna get him out the paint. That probably might be one of the less few Grammys he will ever win again. You know, first of all, he just put himself out there saying that he's an immigrant. Second of all, you already know how these white Americans feel about immigrants. So it's on him. I think he puts himself in the lion's den when he does shit like that. Knowing that Black Americans don't support that shit. So it's gonna be hard for him. I will say that it's gonna be hard for him. You know, it is. I'm glad you other melanated people are delineated. Yeah, facts. Let me tell you something, Ray Ray. That that delineation shit's starting to pick up on everybody. So it's not saying everybody's not no flat blackness or no flat African anymore. Niggas is understanding that they had an ethnogenesis. So I'm gonna say this. They shouldn't be mad about how Black Americans are feeling. So it is what it is. You gotta accept it. They gotta accept that. Is it bullshit? No, I don't think it's bullshit. It's just people are sick and tired of getting the bare minimum. And I'm just talking about in America. And sooner or later, white America's gonna do the same thing too. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, what's going on, convo? Salute, salute, salute." Um, you should do a show about the Devil's Punch. You know what, Randall? I'm gonna do that on my new show. There's a few things I do want to talk about, but I can't talk about it on this show. So the channel that I'm having is the new one. So we will be talking about politics and stuff like we'll be talking about the Epstein on that. I'm gonna do two shows this week. I'm gonna do one on Thursday and I'm gonna do one on Saturday. Um, so definitely be prepared for that show. One of those shows we will talk about Michelle Wu, and the second one I think I want to talk about the Epstein files. The reason why I want to talk about the Epstein files is because I think um we need to shed light to it, you know. Um I forgot who gave me this idea for this show, but definitely I do want to talk about it. FBA degenerates crying all week. Nah, we actually been chilling. You know, the week just started. It's only Tuesday, Black King. Nigga. This nigga think it's like Thursday. It's Tuesday, buddy. Shibushi, no, we wasn't crying, but definitely we were explaining that this is why we need delineations. Cause of shit like what Boosie did, Shabuzi did. The same thing like Carmelo Anthony did, you know? And the sad thing about it, I felt bad for his mother because his mother was looking all crazy, like, yo, what the fuck? Like his father raised him, you know? This Puerto Rican nigga didn't raise him, he died at two. At the age of two. So I get it. Arrogance is the Africans thinking he's equal to an American. Facts. I do believe that, Ray Ray. I do believe that. You people have been waving your flags of corruption. Keep that same energy. Facts. You gotta keep that energy. You are right about that, Ray Ray. Let's see. White Queen should be his name. Yeah, that should be his name. I'm no immigrant. I understand what is happening in America. The FBAs is a Fed group trying to separate us from United. The FBAs is fighting and organizing nothing. I would say this, Shabaka, you're not in those streets. We do organize. We are on on these council meetings. So don't think that we're not on these council meetings because you don't see it. That means if you don't see it, you're not popular enough. You know, that's all it means. It's just you're not popular enough. Uh, so definitely, like I said, Shabaka, yo, you gotta be looking. You gotta be looking in these situations. Why you think these people are crashing out? Like, let me tell you what most of these politicians do. They kick out some of these people that's gonna be disrupting. You know, so they're not ready for those hard questions. You know, like I know this dude Sean Nelson. He's a Trump supporter, but at the end, and I troll him on X. So it's like it comes with the territory and stuff. But at the end of the day, they're not gonna let him in no city hall. Once they see this nigga's face, they're like, yo, you can't go. And the nigga served in the military. You know, nigga been arrested dozens of times. He was just in Lawrence. Got arrested. You know. Um, yeah, this nigga be out here fighting people and everything. Yeah, that nigga be getting it in, but he's a Trump supporter, you know. So I don't support Trump because I think all politicians is crooks. But yeah, you're a tether, none, nonetheless. Facts. I do believe Shabaka is a tether. Um, he will be referred to as a Jamaican anchor baby Shabaka. Oh shit, niggas are starting to troll it. Tasaki, yeah. Bragging about the achievements of the Pan African struggle. The FBAs have no leaders because it's a lineage. It's not a you can't be no leader, no lineages. Let me ask you a question: was when Martin Luther King was alive, was he the leader of Black people? No, it's just you know he was just the nigga who's in the on the front line. You know, let's see. You ever get tired of carrying a group of ungrateful immigrants? Yeah, all the time, all the fucking time. Oh man, I'll tell you a story. What happened to me today? I mean, yesterday. Nigga, I looked at my phone yesterday. You know, somebody butt dial and talk shit about the fucking director, but they butt dial and hit the volume. I think hit voice, the speech thing. Nigga, it said the whole thing that she. Nigga, it was crazy. And you know how Africans is, and I know it's an African that did that shit. Eh, that African was so fucking scared. It was. She called the director two faces. She's a snake. She's a scumbag. This is what she was saying about the director, and everybody seen that shit. And you know how the Africans is. Oh, don't say anything about it, nigga. I'm saying everything, my nigga. Fuck that. Whoever did that butt down, they just made that shit well noticed. Is a Mexican as far as I concerned. Yeah. So let me see. You should do a show about the Devil's Punch Bowl and watch how many tethers defend white people. Oh, that's why I said, yo, this is why I made the third show. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let me see the polls of the let's see the polls of that of my show. See what we should call it. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna put this shit out right now too. Hold on. Cause I wanted to make a logo for it, but I can't make a logo for it if I don't know the name. You know? Give me a second. Uh, yeah, it's just I'm gonna make a poll right now on this. Hold on one second, everybody. Right here. Give me a second, everybody. Give me a second. Give me a second, everybody. I'm just trying to do a few things at once. You know me as is there a meter replay? All right. So I set a poll up. So yeah. And shout out for everybody with the comments on the shorts, man. I appreciate that. You know. Also, we hit our 500 subscribers. So salute to all of y'all, man. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Give me a second. Subscribers only. So yeah. Let's get talking about. Yeah. So yeah. It just. Yeah, definitely, Rando. Yeah, we can definitely do that on the new show. You know, definitely. Let's see. The immigrants ain't doing nothing to take away nothing. The FBAs are clowns who will never achieve anything. by this by their foolish hate Africans and Africa support all just destruct. The thing about it, Shabaka, we're not complaining about the Africans. We're just saying that America needs to get they need to get the how to explain it. What's the word? They need to get this resource shit fixed, it kind of fucked them over. It fucked America over when they were bringing immigrants over here and giving them resources, all our resources, instead of giving us the resources. So now it looks crazy, I will say that. What's going on, Convo? Let's see. FBA degenerates crying all week. Oh, you already answered that the Shibushi thing. Yeah, the Shibushi shit was whack. Call him White Queen. White Queen, yeah. Let's see. FBA Convo salutes family. Man, you guys are the world's biggest victims. Actually, no. We're one of the most biggest achievers in this world. Yeah, we're probably top five biggest achievers. And I'm talking about just not like, oh we can create everything. We achieved everything in this, like defining the odds, we're the biggest achievers, if anything. I will say that SP. Your countries is the biggest victims because also don't forget you're running out your country. Instead of staying in the country and fighting, you ran out the country and ran to, white daddy, So yeah. Then you're gonna say it's your country. Maybe you sound crazy. The dirty dirty hateful Mexicans can had of yeah, facts. Just in time to be the stupidest person in the chat. Let's see. Didn't any FBAs get on Dante Cats uh, for talking Greek? Yeah, we all did because the reason why is he's gonna fuck up and not have a leg to stand on. Um, because the shit that he uses, like black people need to take the moral high road, and they just make immigrants look stupid. He makes immigrants look three times more stupid than they are. I will say that, and the reason why I say he makes them look three times more stupid is because um he wants because immigrants are tribalistic races. Defeated already. He thinks we need to give them a pass. We should give them a pass. I'm not giving nobody a pass. I refuse to give anybody a pass. If I don't even give my own people a pass, why am I giving these fucking immigrants a pass? Uh, so that's how I feel about the Dante Kyles thing. Randall, I think it was disrespectful as always, But that's how these. Don't forget, like, remember what I told y'all in November? I was like, yo, these niggas is working hard right now. I was like, don't forget that money tree is running out, Rando. Don't forget the people who were giving Pan Africans money were black Americans. And that black Americans just turned like, yo, we good. We ain't fucking with these folks, and that's how it went. Now he's mad. Let's see. Mexican, he's a Mexican as far as I can see. Yeah, I can see that. I kind of feel like he's a Mexican too. Or he's like Mexican and black. No, like not Mexican. He's like he's some type of Hispanic. He look Hispanic more than like I was thinking Jamaican, but no, he's like some type of black, but it's not black American. Shabaka. What Africa leader are standing up for? to Trump. I saw a bunch of Sambos. Yeah, I seen a whole bunch of Sambos too. Hey yo, did y'all see that Epstein shit, man? Yo, that shit is crazy. They said that these niggas was out here eating children. Um, they were eating babies, like they were dismembering the babies and eating the intestines. And remember, I was telling you that shit before. That's in the industry. That shit been in the industry for almost over 100 years, probably longer than that. So it's I'm not surprised, you know. And even with the names, I'm not surprised, but I know a lot of these motherfuckers ain't going to jail because the economy will be fucked up if a lot of these rich people go to jail. You know, the money making is gonna it's gonna fuck up. You know, born in Harlem, Harlem of fucking Senegal. You ain't from Harlem, New York. The FBAs are not a lineage. A, ling, a lin, it's not a lineage. A lineage goes back to our African ancestors. No, it doesn't, Shabako. Niggas don't even know nothing about Africa, my nigga. The FBAs are an embarrassing joke. It means nothing to no one but the pimp Tariq Nasheed. We'll talk about it definitely. You know what? I bet Macho is a Guatemalan genocide. Y'all already started. That's what's popping. The Grim Reaper one. Ooh, that might. The Grim Reaper one. Yeah, I believe that. Um, let's see. FBA convo. Hello, my brother. In a struggle. Yeah, facts. Uh, Jamaican born in Harlem is still a Jamaican. Have some fucking pride, you cockroach. Oh shit. It's sad to see your basket weave and ways have not escaped you. Yeah, you're right about that. The FDA's is black tether. It's back black tether and kissing. Hold on, get the charger on. Telling white ass and kiss balls. The FBA stands for nothing and will achieve nothing. They are the slaves who don't want to leave the slave masters. So that's crazy, Shabaka, because you know that shit is so backwards when you say that. Because it's backwards when you say that. Um, the most because we don't kiss ass. We're the only ones that give them smoke. Like you, Shabak, you don't give no white people smoke. When St. Michael's was saying all that racist shit to you, you didn't give him no smoke. When Ping Fu was saying racist shit to you, you didn't give him no fucking smoke. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear anything from you because at the end of the day, most of y'all tethers. And don't forget, your boy Dante said it. Dante Kyle said it. He said y'all niggas come over here with a you know, what's the word? A failed mentality. Y'all come over here with a failed mentality. You know, so it's we can't really say anything. Raise my fire, mayate. I don't even know what a mayate is. Why you call it? That's anchor baby. Well, most of y'all are anchor babies. SP. If you come, like, don't forget, if you come over here and have a baby, you can stay in America. You know, because of birthright citizenship. The shit that Black Americans fought for y'all to have. Well, technically not you, but it was supposed to be for us. And white supremacists thought they were doing us harm, doing that, letting y'all niggas in the country, and it fucked them up. Let's see. Something new clowns, agents, and idiots. The FBAs are sellouts, self-hating Negroes who who fights for nothing and white own America. The FBAs are beggars of separation. You said that before, Shabaka. Jesus Christ. What's going on, Robin? Salute, salute. FBAs don't care what tethers think. Facts. We don't really care. Yeah, we don't care what people really think. Which one? Which one is a foundational, historical, and integral to to American history? Poncho. I used to have a friend named Poncho. That's crazy. I like listen, yo. This is why every hour. I mean, every show, every first hour of the show, I like to listen to y'all comments and I'll just read it. It's dope. Achieve what? The FBAs are beggars, crumbs off the waivers. No, Shabaka, that's a lie, man. That's y'all. Y'all care about that stuff. We really don't. We just want what's owed to us. We don't want no more, no less. We want what's owed to us. You're Guatemalan. Who will never be an American. Lagufi. You call him Lagufi. Mexicans live in their prayer in poverty. Facts, they do. I was alive when USA for Africa and the commercial and the crowds funding for African children. Yeah, I think I was alive for that too. I think in the '80s. Yeah, Trump is doing the right thing. Ooh, niggas is saying Trump is doing the right thing deporting young niggas. But hey, don't forget, your fellow tether deported more than Trump did, man. He deported, I think, what 4 or 5 million or some shit like that. That nigga he was ready to get y'all niggas out of here. He could get one more term. Yeah, nah, it doesn't matter to me. He's just a chump in the front, right to me. But I get what you say. I wouldn't say he's doing a great job. I want to see that nigga in handcuffs though. If he was on that Epstein Island, yeah, I know. I was hearing that Elon Musk was on the and on that Epstein Island. So, and I'm gonna say this, everybody. This nigga was out here running. I'm gonna jump out the window and say this. Jeffrey Epstein was out here running a fucking cult, like one of those freaky deaky sexual deviant cults. I'm gonna say that, man. The elites do all sorts of weird stuff. They get blood transfusions with young blood to stay young. Yeah. I'll say this. That's why I was telling you, Robin. I was like, I'm not surprised what these weird motherfuckers is doing. Like Kim Kardashian, she's just like the very little of what's really going on. Like, yeah, she be like personally. If you really look at Kim Kardashian's career, she been selling pussy for fame for like ever. She's not known for anything. She's known for damn near selling pussy. And I'm not trying to talk shit about her, but what do we know Kim Kardashian for? You know, the Ray J tape. Pan-Africanism of the alliance of the Sahel states, controls trillions of land. No, y'all don't. Shamaki, you stay lying, my nigga. Y'all nigga don't control anything. The white man controls it, and he just micromanages y'all niggas. That's all that nigga does. But is the next on that liberation? Honestly, you're powerless. I look. Shout out to Ray Ray. He's throwing them subliminals. I had good Mexican food last night. Pola. I don't know. What's that? Fajitos? Leaks? I don't know. Let's see. You're a pussy. Yeah, people have no power. Oh shit. Yeah, this shit's about to go left. There are many Mexicans in California prison. Yeah, facts. I heard that Mexicans outnumber FBAs in California prisons. The law-abiding tellers. Yeah, damn pedo. Shabaka gives me smoke because I side with FBA. Yeah, I know. It's Shabaka don't like that shit. He thinks, he thinks because we don't want to help Africa that that we're bad for it. Then so be it. Remember what I was saying, Shabaka? Like I told you, you don't have smoke. The only people you have smoke for is your own people, man. That's a form of self hate. I will say that. That's a form of self hate. You know, you could say all this nice shit about Mexicans. This nigga called you a Nakata. This nigga called you a crackhead. This nigga called you everything in the fucking book, and you defending this nigga. It's all right. You don't gotta explain to me. I'm just saying, So this is the sellout shit I be telling you you be doing. Thing by your logic, y'all are slave babies. Slave baby, nigga. What are you talking about? SB, the FBA spot achieve, not the. Yeah, Shabaka's an immigrant. I can tell you, it's all right, Shabaka, if you're an immigrant too, man. His ass backwards. That shows his. Yeah, it does. It does. Dorsey. These anchor babies are so pussy. The white man used to eat people openly, and you think your people would have survived? Nah, they wouldn't have survived. I will say this too. I think white people are still eating people. Let alone, I think still eating babies. Um, the Epstein shit has exposed a lot of what's going on. I will say this: this isn't the only place. This is Epstein getting caught and getting exposed is the least. I will say that it is the least because at the end of the day, there's rituals, there's land that people still do that. So I will say that. I will say yeah, it's the least. Um, yeah, niggas been eating babies for years, but I think they still do it. I personally think they still do it. Give me a second, everybody. Also, everybody like and subscribe and comment in the live chat. But only way you could comment in the live chat is if you're a subscriber. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. What's going on? Breeze Omega. Salute, salute. Um, so yeah, so subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Also, if you want to donate, I will be putting it in the live chat right now. Just give me a second. But yeah, I think these niggas been eating people, and I think these people still eating people. So, excuse me, everybody. I would tell people don't get that shit fucked up if you don't think they're still eating people. Yeah, I think they're still eating people. These rich people, and it's just not the white people. It's the elite, like Robin says. It's the elite that's doing it. So I'll tell people all the time. I'll tell people the shit that you're seeing right now is smoke and mirrors. So don't be fooled thinking that it's only these type of rich. No, I think they do it all over the world. So be careful, especially with your kids. Yeah, they're vampire dudes. Yeah, you know. Like the shit with Jay Z and stuff. It's still I still can't say yeah he was there and stuff like that. Like his name is in the papers. I seen it. His name is in those papers. You know him and Pusha T. And I love me Pusha T's music, but his name is in those papers. I can't say like, oh well, his name in it is not in those papers. And and I'm gonna say this: if these people did do that, I don't give a fuck. Jay Z need to go to jail, and Pusha T needs to go to jail. They don't get no fucking break, So yeah, that's just me. I don't think they should get a break. So yeah, it is what it is. I think there's more people. There's gonna be more, and I think there's gonna be a lot of people. And the thing about what's gonna happen, a lot of people who are missing. This is where we're gonna find out. And I'm gonna say this. All jokes aside, I think they need to go into those houses. I think they need to go into those houses. I mean, in the Epstein houses, and go down, see how far that that thing goes down. Can I call in? It's about cannibalism. Yeah, you could call in. Just give me a second. I need to open up the floodgates. Uh, Jesus Christ. All right, yeah, it's open now. Okay, give me a second, everyone. But yeah, I'll talk before until Dorsey comes back on. But yeah, I think all that stuff is happening. I'm not surprised though. Like, want to hear something crazy? I wouldn't be surprised. If Oprah Winfrey's name gets pulled into that situation, especially about eating babies, because there has been allegations about Oprah eating babies ever since The Color Purple. So I will say that, and these are allegations about Oprah. So yeah. Let me see. The FBA's tries to shame Africans, but the shame is yeah, slaves are white slave masters. I don't know what to say to you, Shabaka. You know, salute. Let's see. Yeah, there are even darker rituals going on that that few people know about. Look at the is it adrenochrome, adrenochrome, adrenochrome. I don't know what that says, but yeah. Hold on one second. But yeah. I'm not surprised. But let's see what else. Yeah, yeah, there are even darker ritual. Yeah, I read that one. Yo, breeze. So, yeah. Shabaka shows food up his. But yeah, Dorsey, if you want to call, you can call. You can call through. You've been gone so long. I was about to start live stream. So Monday, I was building a table. I built a new desk. Um, what else? And today, I wasn't gonna do today because I didn't feel. I'm still not feeling good, but this shit needs to. The show needs to go on anyway.
Call from
Hey, this is Dorsey.
to accept.
Hey, what's going on, Dorsey?
Hey, what's going on, Bronze? Man, sorry to hear you not feeling well.
It's cool. It's cool. It happens, man.
Is it your head or is it your stomach?
So, I had a headache last night because when I was at work, I wasn't feeling good because I work overnight. So I stayed up watching things on the phone and stuff. And what is it? I had a little cough, but I'm drinking ginger tea, and the ginger tea killed it. But I couldn't breathe. I had like a stuffy nose, so it was like in and out.
Okay, so maybe you got sinuses. Is it like a headache in the side and the front of your face, in front of your head?
I don't know what it was. Like it's gone
What
now.
about behind your ears? Is your sinuses like swole up? Your
Nah,
glands?
nah, I'm good with that. It's just
Okay,
I
because
just
I was
didn't
going to give
feel
you
good.
this.
I just
I
didn't.
was going to give you this recipe to this jalapeno chicken soup.
Oh shit.
Clear up your sinuses and shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, email me that.
Okay.
Let me see if I can hear you in the live chat. Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you. All right, you good.
Okay. So, you being a dad, I know you know how to cook and so forth.
Yeah.
All it is difference is it's like regular chicken soup
Mm-hmm.
with the onion, celery, potatoes, and all that with
Yeah.
rosemary. And then what you do, you get a raw jalapeno, get a fork, put it
Yeah.
over a gas flame
Mm-hmm.
from your stove, let it blister, and just rotate it until it's blackened all the way. Not too black, but just the outer skin. So what happens is the alkaloids that's in the seeds, they
Mm.
get activated,
Okay.
and then when you boil it in your soup, it's in the soup with the vitamin C because jalapenos has a lot of vitamin C in it, right?
Yeah.
So then what happens is once you eat it, it drains. You know how it is when you eat spicy food. It drains everything out your sinuses.
Mm. Hold on.
I suggest
Hold
that
on
you.
one second. Hey, everyone. Breeze Omega will be on at 6 o'clock, so definitely go check him out. I put his picture up on the screen right now. I'm gonna keep it up for a little bit, but yeah, definitely go check out his content. He got great content. Salute. Go on.
So I mean, if you eat that, right before bed, and then just go, I guarantee the next morning you're gonna feel 100%.
Mm,
So I called you because I wanted you to understand some things about white people and cannibalism, right?
mm. Oh, yo, I'm gonna be talking. Actually, hold on about that because I'm gonna do the new show, and those are the type of things we will be talking about. We'll be talking about politics and stuff like that with the Epstein's and stuff. So definitely
Okay,
go.
so let me ask you something. You ever read the book Time Machine?
Nah, I never read that.
Okay, so it was written by H.G. Wells and so forth back in the turn of the 20th century, right?
Mm,
So the premises is this English scientist gets into a time machine and he's able to go into the future, and in the future the Earth is damn near destroyed, right?
yeah.
But it's healing itself. So the industrialists, okay, they go underground and they stay out of the sun because by then the sun radiation is so strong because of the ozone layer that the only people who can dwell on the surface of the earth is melanated people.
Hold on one second. Thanks, Breeze Omega. I'll try. Thank you. Okay, going. Sorry.
Okay, the people who have melanin, right?
Yeah.
But at night, the people who have the industry and the machines and all that, they're
Hmm.
called the Morlocks.
The Morlocks.
and they come out at night and they eat the people, the people from with the brown skin and melanin.
Yeah.
So they use cannibalism. So what it symbolized, he was talking about imperialism of Europeans consuming other countries and so forth, third
Mm.
world countries. So that's really the grasp what he's talking about. He's talking about imperialism, right?
Yeah.
But what I was going to tell you is, hey, they have been for thousands and thousands of years eating each other.
Yeah.
You know, they find bones with teeth marks on them in some of them graves. You know, in some of those burial sites and so forth. That's a sign of cannibalism because those
Yeah.
are human teeth marks, right?
Yeah. They still
Okay.
because I'm glad you said that because what is it? They're still finding they're finding missing bodies in graves right now from years ago, like past because they said white supremacists stopped eating black people from the 1970s. So they've been still eating
hmm
people. So yeah,
So
that is true.
Jeffrey Dahmer was not a fluke. He just happened to get caught.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from?
Mm.
Now, remember that one they talk about, the white folks talk about all about this wagon train that got caught up in the mountains and shit coming into Oregon and shit, the Donner Pass.
I,
Remember the Donner Party?
yeah, 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 yeah,
You see what I'm saying? They have a history of eating each other, bro.
yeah.
You know, they could have went to look. It wasn't so bad that that they couldn't get down from the mountain pass. They just saw them dead bodies and they had that craving. See, they make the excuse like, oh well, they couldn't get down out the. They could have abandoned them damn wagons, made them some goddamn because they knew about skis. You know, they knew about sleds. So you mean to tell me that nobody come up with the idea to take some of them planks off there and make some sleds
Mm-hmm.
and sled their ass down the mountain?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's true.
No, they saw the opportunity to eat some dead bodies and have an excuse for eating them.
Well,
And then, like you said, all through European folklore, you have the ones, the witches who eat the little children, the this and that. You see where I'm coming from?
don't
And Gretel.
don't forget
You know?
without Black Americans, white America was on the verge of eating each other. So if Black Americans or the indigenous blacks didn't help the white Americans in this country survive, they would have been eating each other. Most people don't
Okay,
know that.
so so you know about Roanoke Island then?
I know a little bit, not a whole bunch. I know
Okay,
the
they
basic.
they 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 started this colony, right?
Hmm.
Then they sailed, you know, they left the colonists on the island and then they sailed off. And when they came back, the colony wasn't there no more. And nobody was there to greet them, right?
Hmm.
So, you know, the speculation is, oh, well, you know, they fell to disease or they fell to the natives and so forth. No, they ate each other, to, you know, and then when the time came, some of them had bad, you know, that's the thing about them. They eat rotten ass meat. That's how come they were so good at making spices and shit to preserve the meat. So you know that's why they like salt and pepper and all that. That was to preserve the meat back then.
I didn't know that.
Beef jerky. Beef. Think about it. Beef jerky is what? Dehydrated meat.
Mm. Yeah, dried up meat,
Smoked meat.
pork
Huh?
grinds, pork grinds.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So they have an unhealthy because see you got to understand.
Hold on one second.
Back
Hold
in
on one second.
okay.
Jeffrey Dahmer did like Asian people too. Don't forget Jeffrey Dahmer violated a Filipino, didn't ate his brother years later. And his brother was only 14 years old. Go on.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Hey,
they have they
I'll be right back. Keep on talking to him. Definitely. I'll be right
okay. So you know here in the United States we have thousands and thousands of children who have come up missing and so forth, and they never able to find the bodies or their remains and so forth. That's because uh, they go ahead and they consume these children. They eat them. They delicacies, as far as Silence of the Lamb type shit. You understand what I'm saying? Why you think them white folks thought that Silence of the Lamb was the best motherfucking movie in the world and shit? They know what they about. Then you got them talking about the best way for a woman to get back her strength is to eat the placenta and shit, some nasty ass shit. You see what I'm saying? To eat the raw placenta to get the protein back. That's some shit animals do. That's some shit your dog do. You see where I'm coming from? So this bestial side of them comes out every now and then, especially when they see blood. That's why they so caught up on blood so much. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas as far as with Christianity, blood is supposed to be symbolic. But then again, when you look at what they say in the Bible, they literally took, this is my flesh and this is my blood. I got to eat it in order for me to be a good Christian. See, that's the kind of bullshit that I don't believe in, because I know they can misconstrue words and come up with their own religion based off of that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ain't nowhere in the Bible where it says eat of my flesh and this and that. Nah, they made that shit up and threw that shit up in there. See? And then think about all the times they on deserted islands. They wind up eating each other, slaughtering each other. Then also in their civilization back then, when England, they were going through such much of a famine. It was a famine, but they didn't say nothing because they were eating them damn kids and eating each other. That's how bad they got dead bodies and so forth. Frankenstein. See, they have an obsession of consuming dead flesh, necrophilia. That's what they call it. Death worshiping, death eating.
Necrophilia? Yeah, we had one of those
Yeah.
necrophilians in America. I mean, in Boston, there was this guy named Kurt Chisholm. Stuck his dick in a dead corpse. Got his dick stuck up in there. They had to call the EMTs to get the shit out. Yeah.
See, some nasty ass shit.
Right.
Who want to fuck a dead body? Necromancers. You see what I'm saying? So they have an unhealthy attraction toward cannibalism, desecrating dead bodies, shit like that. They do shit like that.
Let me ask y'all. I'm sorry to change it up because we're gonna do this on Thursday.
Okay.
What do you think about? Because I'm starting to see the foundational Black Americans versus Black Democratic diaspora, not the Black diaspora, but the Black Democratic diaspora. So, what are you thinking about that? Because
Well,
I wrote notes on it, but I want to know what you think.
okay, first of all, when certain areas elected some of the politicians misled them by saying, "Oh, we black.
Yeah.
I believe in black," but in reality, they was not FBA. They was either from Africa, Jamaica, the Caribbean somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Like in Mississippi, I told you about the African mayor that sold out the whole city to the racists in Mississippi. You understand what I'm saying? His name was Machakwa or some shit like that. My mom talked a lot of shit about him because they said he was in fact, Lumbamba. That was his name, right? He was a CIA informant, and my mom kept telling the people in the Jackson area that this dude was not to be trusted. But everybody was, oh yeah, we got him, and then the dude died mysteriously, and then his son ran for mayor. It's recorded. And the whole thing was he sold out a lot of city contracts that had been going to gave them out to white businesses
Establishment.
that were outside. Yeah, that were outside the county.
Mm.
Meaning that he didn't even try to hire anybody inside the county and the city to do some of the maintenance and so forth. He went and got outside contractors outside the county to do the work,
Oh, so he was
taking or draining away the tax revenue.
a regular piece of shit.
Both him, son and father and son weren't about shit. And my mom tried to warn people, but you can't tell. You can't tell certain people shit because they feel like, oh well, this. And you know what? This was like in around 2000, so this when that Pan-African shit was popular.
Yeah. Niggas had their kufis
So
on with their leopard print lion head.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I guess was at the height of being misled by Pan-Africanism, right?
Yeah.
So when he came in, he misrepresented himself as being FBA, and all he was a African grifter. That's what he was. And he met his maker real quick.
Ray said,
Now,
sounds like an African to me.
yeah, sound like yeah, exactly. Now, that's just one small example on the local level. Now, think about on the national level that all these tethers that claim that they was black, like the mayor of Chicago. You see where I'm coming from?
The mayor of
Other
New York.
cities,
The mayor of New York.
mayor of
Oh,
New
you
York,
didn't
the
hear
mayor.
about him, huh? You didn't hear about him?
Which one?
The Ugandan Indian nigga? You didn't hear about him, huh?
Mandani?
Yeah, you didn't hear about him, huh?
Oh man, he pulled the okey doke on them fools anyway.
Oh no. This nigga, him and his mother has pictures in the Epstein house.
Okay.
Yo.
And
I'm gonna say this. I don't think that was hold on one second, let me fix this. I don't think this is what I'm gonna say. I think that was planned for him to become the mayor.
of course it was. Just like Obama, just like when Obama came and was president, the country was on the verge of civil unrest. Man, people was pissed about all the money they left on their houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to put somebody in to calm them down and say, "Hey, I'm one of y'all. I'm on y'all side." And then when he got in office, he gave the money back to the bank.
Yep.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Yo.
Right.
They got pictures of him. Yo, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry to go back to the Epstein thing, but why is all these people connected to Epstein? Like all of them, even Rockefeller. I heard the Rockefeller Records was connected to Epstein.
Okay, you know what a power broker is, right?
Nah, tell me more about that.
Okay, a power broker is a person who has so much influence on all, let's just call it the unholy alliance. You know what the unholy trinity? You know what the unholy trinity is?
Tell us. Because there's going to be some people.
The unholy trinity
don't know.
is government, corporations, and banking all in league with each other to consume your money, your tax dollars. Because when the government, who does the government give a loan out to? The banks. You see where I'm coming from? Who do the government give loans out and subsidies to? Corporations. And in return, the corporations buy influence with the government by, if they want a candidate to have the money, they had they had limits on how much you could contribute, right? So what they would do is they would give their employees $1,000 each and tell them, donate this to Old Boys campaign and I'll hook y'all up later. Circumventing the rules and so forth. They found that shit out back in the 2000 elections and so forth, that candidates was doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? So if you're looking at the unholy trinity, Look at the people in government who was fucking them little girls.
Yep.
Look at the people in the corporation who was fucking them little girls. And look at the niggas, and look at the niggas in banking who was fucking them little girls. The unholy trinity. And that's what we facing right now. We are being, and now that it's become unveiled, guess what? Ain't nobody gonna do shit.
Yep.
Because why? Because they've been fucking little girls.
Yeah,
Think about it.
they've been doing that shit since the 1800s. The late
Check
no,
this
earlier
out.
than that probably. They've been doing that shit since
Right.
they got here. So it's
Okay, so when Miles Standish came up there and ran off with Pocahontas, that girl was only 11 motherfucking years old.
yeah.
Okay, so we already know they got it in them to be perverts.
Yep.
You see where I'm coming from? So what you think? 200 years is gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a time for evolution. That just means that the same shit goes on over and over again. Now they coming out with the photographic. Look, bro, if motherfuckers got millions and millions of documents and pictures, then why ain't none of them niggas being indicted and going to motherfucking jail?
No, yeah.
A school teacher fucks some boys, and what's the first thing they do? Huh?
Lock them up.
Yep.
Lock them up.
And give them 2 years and say they shouldn't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's a white teacher.
Oh, hold on.
You see where I'm coming from?
They might even get probation. I know a lady who got probation for fucking.
Exactly.
She was getting
now
hold on.
it.
She was having orgies with the children. These children were 12, 13, maybe 14 years old.
Right. The females is just as freaky as the males.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one thing I read that this one woman, this was in Florida, that she was like getting the teenage boys to, what's that, a bukkake or whatever the fuck that shit is.
Oh, the head joint, the head bangs. It's like
Right.
it's like a gang bang, but giving head. It's called a blow bang. It's a
Right.
bukkake,
And
but
so what she would
the
do,
real name, the new name for it is called a blow bang.
okay, so she would rub all the semen because the semen had protein in it. So she would rub it on her face, saying it was a facial that helped her keep her skin motherfucking soft.
Nope.
Nut face. You see where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand, like Hansel and Gretel, boom, consuming kids, threw them in the oven. That's the witch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's dozens and dozens of the European folklore where it has adults abusing kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, it ain't nothing new. It was just something people, it wasn't nothing new. It was something ignored.
Yeah.
And it carried on here to the United States. And they continually to doing this shit because in the hillbillies, think about it, up there in the Appalachians and all them, the motherfuckers was marrying motherfucking child brides and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Old niggas. Then think about the Mormons. First thing they was doing was marrying what? Child brides.
Yep.
Okay? So when you're looking at these type of people or this type of society or subculture, that's what it is. It's a subculture within society. So this is how they get down.
You know
and
who
now
else
that
do
they have
that?
the money.
You know who else do that?
Well,
Chinese people.
Asians.
Yep.
Asians. Yeah.
Yeah.
Asians. So, the world does it. The whole, they do the same shit in Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it real.
Ethiopia. 13-year-old
Ethiopia, all that shit.
13-year-old
Boko Haram, shit like that.
But the thing about
But when you come across,
I'm gonna say this. I want to say this: the Western countries and stuff like that, they've been doing it for a very long time. But now they're trying to point their fingers and say that other people are doing it. But it's like, well, you've been doing it too. So it's like, what can you say about yourself? It's a weird situation.
okay. So let me tell you how it is in the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that song "Into the Night"? She was 16 years old, and people around they say,
Who sings that?
that was a popular song. And I want you to know, if I could fly, I'd lift you up, I'll take you into the night. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga talking about he coming through the window to grab the little girl.
Also, don't forget what's his name? Aerosmith. They were talking about having sex with a 14-year-old girl together.
Exactly.
So it's
You know one nigga who y'all who they really love? The
who?
motherfucker composer of Nightmare on Elm Street. Not Nightmare of Christmas and all that shit. Danny Elfman. He
Oh
used to
shit.
be with a motherfucking band called Oingo Boingo, and one of their songs was "I like little girls because they make me feel so good. I
Mm-mm.
like little girls because they make me feel so bad."
Yeah.
That's a damn song. You can Google that shit and you can hear it. Hey man, they do some wild shit. And then when they
Mm.
get hooked up with the Hollywood small hats, then they
Yeah.
get that job. You see
Yo,
where I'm
I'm
coming
gonna ask you
from?
one more question, and we're gonna go back to what we're talking about. The question I'm gonna ask you is Hollywood a cult?
Yes. They used to find dead bodies over in Hollywood Park, over in Highland Park up in the mountains. It's called Griffith Park, where the old zoo is. They used to
Mm.
find sacrifices.
Mm.
Sometimes humans, back in the 60s and 70s, it was human sacrifices.
Mm.
And then they would say, oh, that was a mountain lion and shit. You know, they would say, oh, mountain lion got somebody.
Mm.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So this shit ain't, look, bro, this shit ain't a damn thing changed.
Ain't nothing new.
Ain't a damn thing changed. They doing this shit.
It's just a small person who was contributing got caught.
Yeah.
Because I think
You
I'm
know?
gonna say this. I think there's more. I honestly, personally, just like my experience in New York, this isn't nothing new. Because I had to tell, yo, that girl, I had to tell one dude, yo, that girl's like 15, 16 years old, but she's a model. That's what he said. I'm like, nigga, you crazy? I was like, nigga, you about to go to jail.
Okay. Okay, look at Roman Polanski, right?
Hmm.
Look at Woody Allen, right?
Oh yeah,
Small hat perverts,
and
man.
they were grooming them too. They were grooming those girls.
Exactly. So look at what's her name? The one that used to be damn I Jodie Foster.
Oh yeah.
They was sticking all kind of dick up in Jodie Foster.
Hmm.
Okay, look at our gang. Now the niggas Steiny, whatchamacallit. Look at
Oh,
all
they got what's my man's name? He was a great singer too. Tevin Campbell. They got Tevin Campbell in
yeah.
California.
Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
Will Smith. See, the whole
Almost
reason
yo. When I
is
found out, I'm gonna say
look,
this. When I found out about Tevin Campbell, I almost cried. Tevin Campbell did not deserve that shit. They
yes he
violated.
did.
They violated Tevin Campbell when he was little. That man was.
Check this out. He wanted it, nigga.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I heard they just took it.
They didn't take shit. He gave it to him. Look, man, if you okay, look, Bron. You know, I'm not trying to be, all this. But look, man, if you a kid and you go over to a nigga and the nigga start touching your old grown ass man, start giving you some weird vibes, you're gonna be like, fuck that. I'm not fucking with him, right?
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. The tickle man and all that shit. You know, motherfuckers who violating your personal space by rubbing up on you, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, while you at the piano lesson, you taking the piano lesson, but the teacher got his balls all up on your shoulder and shit,
Hmm.
reaching over with the keys and shit, so he can put his balls on your neck and shit.
Hmm.
Nigga, I done seen all that motherfucking bullshit,
Yeah.
and then you can tell when the teacher got a little sugar in his tank.
Oh yeah. Hold on one second. Renaissance woman, you're right about that. If they're underage, they can't consent. You know, go on.
Check this out. Legally, they can't consent.
Like in
Now, how
certain
many times?
certain states, the legal consent is 16. like in
with the
Massachusetts.
parents' permission.
Yeah, sometimes the parents' permission, yeah. But
Yeah.
in Massachusetts, and that's why a lot of foreigners come to Massachusetts because they can fuck with the 16-year-old girls. Most people don't know that. That's why a lot of these foreigners from these Latin countries and African countries, they they fuck with these girls hard. Even some of these
Well,
Asians.
let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Bronze.
What's up?
Where was the motherfucking Salem witch hunt?
Salem, Massachusetts.
Thank you. And what did it involve? An older woman
Mm-hmm.
influencing little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that's just the negative connotations of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if them little girls was all, you know how little kids is all curious about the shit and they was enjoying the shit, but then they got pissed off and so, oh, I'm snitching now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Shit, it goes both ways, man.
Yeah.
How many times when we was in high school did we see them old niggas in them motherfucking cars pulling up and them girls jumping in the cars?
And you know what they used to
Hmm?
you know what they used to say? I can't wait till she turned 18.
Right.
That's what them niggas used to say. Yeah, them old school
Donald
pervert
Trump
niggas.
saying it to his own daughter, having his own daughter give him a lap dance.
Mm.
See,
Mm, mm.
you can't sit up and pretend like the shit wasn't in your face. You understand? It was in your face, and you chose to ignore that shit.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Ping Fu, I gotta sit you down for a little bit, man. You can't be saying shit like that. He's calling you a pervert and shit like that. Like, he can't.
Who, he talking to me?
Yeah, he can't do shit like that.
And you can say all the jack shit you want, my nigga. That shit don't bother me.
Yeah, but
That pertains more to you. You probably was touched as a little boy. That's how you got the little name Ping, nigga.
yeah, we gotta give you
Cause you
10
got
minutes.
pegged.
Yeah, Ping Fu, we gotta give you 10 minutes. We gotta sit you down for 10 minutes, man. Can't be saying that shit.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ, man.
Thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, a hit dog hollers. So
Yeah.
since we brought that shit up, Ping got all kind of sensitive and shit. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
With the false accusations and shit. We talking about people in general, Ping. But you taking it as a personal attack on you. Why? Because you probably be doing that shit, leering at them little girls like that, nigga.
Give me a second.
You see where I'm coming
Yo,
from?
give me a second. Give me like 30 seconds. Go on.
Okay. So then we know the Chinese has this type of perversions and shit. So that's part of your culture, Ping. We know about y'all trying to escape through the South Seas and getting raped by them Chinese pirates in the South Seas. We know about that happened when the boat people from Vietnam started trying to come over. Y'all was robbing and raping Chinese pirates or fishermen. That's what y'all called them. Oh, they were just Chinese fishermen. Yeah, we know about that. We know about, and also just to let you know, Bronze, the country of Wales. That's down there in England. You know, part of the UK. They gave up their male children to be cabin boys, and they would then sell the kids out to these ships, and then they would send them the money to the parents. In other words, they was pimping their kids. That's historical facts. So when you sit up there and they tell you about all this shit, hey, you can't come. Oliver Twist. That's another book you guys need to read. How they was exploiting children and shit. You see where I'm coming from?
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. That's how the Scientologists get down.
Mm.
Recruiting kids. You see, and this is what I'm saying, Bron. Hey man, when we came, we had a code of conduct.
Yep.
High school dudes dated high school chicks. That was the code of conduct. But old niggas kept sliding through. And what with them? They call them fast ass, right? The girls who used to jump in the car. Oh, that's a little fast ass, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they come with this double standard. They say that women mature quicker than men, emotionally and intellectually, right?
Hmm.
So you know you was a little hoe when you jumped your happy ass in that car.
Facts.
So don't come with this double standard about you. You know you want to play victim, but you're a manipulator also.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this: as an adult, you should know better. I will say that because at the end of the day, they do hold us to higher standards as people of the law. I will say that. Like the whole thing,
Okay,
like because don't forget, look at the thing with the R. Kelly. The girl's finally coming out and talking. She was
okay, I'm telling you like it is. Yeah, it is because guess what? It's handed down from the parent to the child. 9 times out of 10, mama got pregnant at well 13,
yeah.
14, right?
Hmm.
Making it seem like it's okay. You see where I'm coming from?
Hmm. But
And
it
so
wasn't
I
of
bet
them.
you half of those teenage pregnants were probably perpetrated by an adult, but they put it on a child and said a little boy did it because first of all, the little boy ain't got to pay child support,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
So you can falsely accuse a motherfucker in order for your real nigga to avoid prosecution.
Yeah.
Cause they ain't no, cause as long as you don't challenge the DNA, ain't no DNA test gonna be done.
I'll say this too. Um, Personally, like me, because I dated older women most of my life. Was I groomed? No, I was always attracted to older women, but I knew my standards. I knew I would have to wait to mess with a real older woman when I turned 18. So it's different. These women out here, they think they can. Oh, I want an older man, But don't forget, some of these women were groomed too by the parents.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, and this is where I'm gonna have to say, some of these parents should be in jail.
Well, look at Steve Harvey and his stepdaughter.
Hmm. I think Steve Harvey groomed her.
I think Steve Harvey did more than just groomer.
Mm.
Okay, so let me, this the man who's such a genius with women. He wrote a book, and women fell for that bullshit, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so understand this because the subculture, we'll call it the subculture of elite white men, because they want to leave their see they're looking at a dynasty.
Mm.
They want to pass that shit down to like Elon Musk. He want to leave some shit. He might have 90 kids and only one of them turn out to be a genius. You see where I'm coming from?
Because I know one of them is a transgender, and he cut her right off.
Uh-huh.
But he's
You
a
see where I'm coming
but
from?
he's a weird cat anyway. He's mad weird.
Yeah, but you got to understand. Look, man, if I shoot 100 bullets, I might hit the target maybe one out of 10 out of 10 times. So that's 10 kids. She might be female. That turns out to be the heir, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Harris.
that's what
It's
they
called
doing,
Harris. Yeah.
right? But rather than them doing artificial insemination, that shit ain't no fun.
No.
So they want that young coochie.
Facts. That's why I was saying I think he was over. We're gonna talk about this on Thursday, everyone. We went let's because I want to talk about this on Thursday. The Epstein's.
Okay, we'll talk about Epstein. So now another subject. What
FBA.
about Black History Month? We in Black History Month, and they talking about taking that shit away from FBA month. Really?
Um so how I feel about it, I don't care because I teach my kids their own Black history. So I don't need these white teachers telling them and lying to my kids about Black history. But I understand some people's frustrations where some people don't have the time. Me, I have the time, because I work overnight. So I
Mm-hmm.
get that, but um, I think they were gonna try to take that shit away anyways. And,
Nah.
and the thing about it is because too much shit is popping up about Black Americans creating shit, and we're finding out a lot about white people not really creating anything.
Yeah, but we've been on that. We've been on that.
Yeah, but this generation doesn't know that. They think Thomas Edison created the light bulb, and it wasn't him; it was a black man. They're not talking about these GPS systems. They're not talking about hot combs. They're not talking about flat chairs. They're not talking about food ingredients and stuff. They're not talking about none of that. So at the end of the day, if they do take it away, I get it. I get why everybody's mad. But have a good reason why you're taking it away. That's why I would say have a good reason why you're taking it away.
Well, they don't have a reason because, first of all, it was given to us.
Hmm.
You see where I'm coming from? It was given to us. So everybody knows those calendars, once a federal holiday been given, it's hard as hell to take it back now
Facts.
because it's now a festival day. It's marked on its calendar, and white folks, they hijacked that shit.
Yeah.
They hijacked that shit. They was like, hell yeah, it's a federal holiday. We're taking a day off.
Yep.
They don't care whether you black or white. It's a paid day off.
Hmm.
So they not gonna do that because they look every month got to have some kind of holiday in order for the empire to boast about its success, right?
April. April don't have. I don't think does April have a holiday or is it September?
Easter,
There's a month where there's no holidays. No,
we'll name it.
is it August? I think it's August.
Okay, I might go with August because then Labor Day is right
Yeah, yep,
following right after that.
yeah. I know that. I know there's like 1 or 2 months. It's just they don't tell us that. But
Right. So my whole thing is we are uh basically the new Roman Empire, Neo-Roman Empire.
hmm.
Same old shit. The emperor get to do what the fuck, Trump ain't nothing but Caligula. That's it.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see that.
Pervert running the empire,
Yeah, and
but he want to make it permanent.
but yeah, and I'm gonna say this, everybody. I think he is a pervert. So don't get it fucked up. Don't think, oh yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. No, I think Trump is a pervert to a certain extent. You know, the shit that he said and
Yeah, I
everything.
mean, understand this, Bronze. Look, bro. As much as we want to be noble about man, society ain't about shit. Never has been about shit. And let's be honest, Anthony and Cleopatra and all that shit, and Caesar and Cleopatra, that shit been going on since Cleopatra was only 13 years old, bro.
Hmm.
Okay, so and you got to remember, women don't have no rights.
Yeah.
They didn't. That's some shit that was given to them, and most men don't even respect that shit right then and there.
Mm.
Let's keep it real. They don't respect and they don't protect.
So let me ask you a question. Um, since they're gonna give up Black History Month, what are they gonna substitute it for February?
They are President's Day
Hmm?
already written in. What are you
No, I'm
talking
talking
about?
about for the whole month.
For the whole month?
Yeah.
Ain't shit going on. Ain't shit going on for the whole month now. Come on.
Oh, well.
February is the shortest month out the year. It's the worst weather. It's the worst weather.
Yeah.
See, look at it this way. February, only thing going on for February is the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Super Bowl and I think the All-Star game.
Right. That's the only time America is going to produce, that type of excitement to generate money. because Super Bowl people they got the special on the flat screen TV, the beer, right?
Yeah, but you want to hear something crazy? I don't think they're gonna take away Black History Month, and the reason why I don't think they're gonna take away Black History Month because at the end of the day, it's a year that sells things. It sells Black History stuff. It sells sneakers, clothes. Remember when Target tried to hijack what was it Juneteenth?
Yep,
It's a consumption holiday that Black people are gonna buy. Like you don't think niggas is gonna buy the Black History Jordans or the Black History Kyries and LeBron James when them shits come out? Hell yeah, niggas is gonna get those. They're gonna get those, but
exactly,
they're
bro.
gonna get those. They're gonna get the what is it the Valentine shoes. That's what they're gonna do.
Okay, so understand this, Bronze. Uh, America is based off of consumption
Mhm.
and violence,
It's a capitalist country, yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I was talking to this white guy yesterday and so forth,
Mhm.
and he's an older cat, so he dodged Vietnam and shit, right?
Mhm.
He said he dodged it by 2 years, right? So me and him was talking,
Mhm.
and he was talking about how America. I said, look, bro, America bases we worship warfare. He said, no, we don't. No, we don't. I say, oh, we don't worship warfare. And he's like, nah. I said, well, what was the biggest tragedy in American history to this country? And he said, I said, the Civil War, right? He said, yeah. I said, well, why every time you look around, white folks want to do a reenactment of the shit
Mhm.
over and over again? If it was something that is a motherfucking to be ashamed of and it was a tragedy, why did you motherfuckers are so happy to go and buy costumes and buy all these luxury items and shit? A
Mhm.
musket, nigga. A musket costs $2,000 to reproduce nowadays,
Tell you.
right?
Hey yo,
But
you
you
want to hear something
motherfuckers,
crazy? In
uh
Boston,
huh,
if you're a felon, you could carry around a musket gun because it's not
right?
considered a
Cause black
firearm.
powder,
Yeah,
right,
it's not considered a firearm. So if you're
right,
if you're a felon and you want to carry a firearm, the only thing you can carry is a musket gun. So
right, nigga. Wait right here. Let me motherfucking load my musket.
yeah,
You wait right here,
you gonna
nigga.
pop.
Give me 2 minutes.
Niggas gonna
Let
pop
me
the
get my
trunk.
powder in this motherfucker. Right,
Niggas gonna pop the trunk, pull out a musket gun. Like, oh shit, this
nigga.
nigga's
Pull
going
out a
old school.
flintlock, right?
Yeah,
A Daniel Boone
yeah.
long barrel rifle and
Oh,
shit,
you'd be
right?
surprised. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Let
All
me
right.
get my blunderbuss.
So 5 more minutes.
You know why they call it a blunderbuss?
Why they call it blunderbuss?
Because that shit used to blow up in their face,
Oh
right?
no!
That's why it was a blunder and it was a bus.
But
It was a
Dorsey,
blunderbuss.
I gotta give you
Uh,
5 more minutes because we gotta start the show.
okay.
So again, I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think Black Americans are noticing now that immigrants are pushing this weapon, are weaponizing Black culture now?
All
You-
right, man. We've been noticing it for what, about five, ten
No,
years
I'm
now?
talking about a big population now, not just like here and there, like a group of people, like okay, let's say foundational Black.
Yeah, yeah, because it's become more blatant. They fucked up when they said that they was the one who came up with hip hop. That's when they
Yeah.
fucked up. Niggas was on the sideline not saying nothing. But when they started talking about sacred as hip hop,
Mm,
nigga,
mm.
nigga, especially when niggas who was there,
Yeah,
who grandma was hanging out,
and they were telling them
doing
like, no,
underground and
these
shit.
people wasn't here. They're saying no, these people wasn't here. And the thing about it, Tariq Nasheed had the creators. He had the first hip hop lyricist that was a female.
Right.
So it's just like, yo, this is the where I have to question people. Like, yo, what are they watching and what are we watching? Are we watching two different things?
Check this out. We are watching. See, that's on the inside, the outside looking in, right?
Mm. Yeah,
See, when you're on the outside looking in, you just get the picture, but you don't get the details. Am I right or wrong?
you're right.
You don't know. You don't see when you're on the outside. You don't know that there's a pistol under the couch cushion,
No,
right?
no, they don't know. They don't know.
They don't know.
Mm-mm. So
So
let.
when you're on the outside looking in, you have a misconception of what the fuck you looking at.
So do you think this is a pattern? This is a. Are they? You think a lot of Black Americans or foundational Black Americans finally notice it because of the pattern with the Democrats too, who are pushing this, who are pushing this ideology as well, knowing that they didn't help.
Yeah,
Mm,
because we mad because like, hey, you pushing everybody else's agenda, but what about our reparations? You motherfuckers ducking and dodging on that motherfucker right
hmm
there. You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, a lot of people talk shit about California, right?
hmm
But how many states governor come before the mic and says, yes, California exploited black people and had slavery too, even though we said it didn't, but we acknowledged that slavery was in California also.
They're not gonna say
You
that.
see what I'm coming from? In San Bernardino, California.
I don't think they're
He
gonna
said,
say that. And the reason why I
nah,
don't think they're gonna say it because at the end of the day, it's gonna discredit Mexicans who were here.
right. But see, understand this. I had an argument with motherfuckers. I was on a panel last night. And motherfucker was from Arkansas, so they got it to, I'm cool. Hey, wherever you come from, you should be proud.
hmm
But when it was three of us on the panel, and all three of us said, "Hey, California's this shit," because we Californians, right?
hmm
And he got mad and shit. And then I asked him, I said, well, let me ask you something. Our governor, Gavin Newsom, acknowledged that slavery existed in California and he apologized for this shit,
Yeah,
right?
they did that
I
shit
said,
in
now name me one
Massachusetts.
governor in Mississippi, Arkansas, in the South that's going to do the same damn thing.
They ain't gonna do that. They're gonna say God told them that was all right. They rather say
Exactly.
that than to say that they did that out of malice.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So understand this. You got some Negroes who are brainwashed.
Mhm.
They oh, my state is this the fact, but your state won't even, your government won't even acknowledge the motherfucking evil that has been done in the past by some of its motherfucking citizens.
Mm.
See, that's the big difference. That's the big difference between here and other states. We like, we ain't gonna hold on, baby. We ain't gonna rest until we hear a motherfucker apologize. Now we might not get no money,
Mm.
but goddamn, at least we got an apology, right?
Hey, let me ask you a question since you said that. Do you think Democrats are pushing this flat blackness in the media again?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Are the Democrats still pushing the flat blackness in the media?
Yes,
And how's it working
because
for
they
them?
still it's not working for them because now we looking at you with suspicion like that ain't some shit of FBA should be saying.
Mhm.
So now we look and see where your roots come from. When we find out that you're a Taylor anchor baby,
Mhm.
and we question, we're not asking no more where you from. We like where your parents from.
Mhm.
Because we know where you got this poisonous mindset from. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
In a household, you might go to the school and you might be like, oh yeah, I'm with the brothers, blah, blah. But when you get home, your mother and father are talking about, don't you hang out with them niggas and shit like the kaffa and all that bullshit, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so see the majority of you tethers grew up on European brainwashing.
Mm.
So whether you Spanish, Hispanic,
African,
you
I,
right, you
especially the
were
Africans.
born, yeah,
Oh yeah, the Africans, man. That's yeah, that's a whole different story. Yeah, they did.
right. So there was what English colonized Africa,
Mhm.
the Netherlands colonized Africa, France colonized Africa, Spain colonized Africa, Germany colonized Africa, Motherfucking
Dutch.
Italy tried, but they got their ass whooped a couple of times, so they had to go get their big brother. So
And plus, don't
understand this.
forget the reason why they didn't colonize certain parts of Africa is because Black Americans taught them how to fight. Black Americans taught them how to about guerrilla warfare. Ethiopia, remember Ethiopia and
Yeah,
Italy?
Haile Selassie.
Yeah. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for Black Americans, them niggas will be speaking Italian right now. You know?
Okay, so many people don't realize this. Remember the League of Nations?
Yeah.
That's the one that was formed in World War One, right?
Yeah.
After World War One, this is before the UN came.
Okay. Okay.
When Haile Selassie came to New York to speak between the League of Nations and shit, the people in the American blacks was like, look, man, we'll give you the money, you go get you some guns, defend the motherland. You know, that's Garvey shit, right?
Yep.
So we was like, we got your back, man. Here, take this $200,000 or
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
take this and fight for freedom. We counting on you tethers to stand up for yourselves. And what did they do? They let us down. It wasn't even until the 60s that they was granted nationality.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Nation status. And they really didn't even, it was given to them because the United Nations at first didn't even recognize them because they was colonies. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. You're right. Hey, keep on talking. I gotta go get me some more tea. Go on.
So what happened is India changed the whole game because India was like, nah, 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 nah. You're going to recognize us. You're going to respect us. In fact, we going to get these nuclear weapons, and then you motherfuckers going to have to respect us. Same thing with Pakistan. Pakistan say, nah, y'all motherfuckers going to respect us too. Is this what we got to do? See, you got to understand China, Pakistan, North Korea, all of them understand this. In order for you to be respected by the big boys, you got to have something that's going to motherfucker make their ass back up off of you. You got to have a backup plan. A backup plan means you got something in your pocket to make a motherfucker back the fuck up. That's the backup plan. And everybody else knows this. But, you know, the Africans were all the uranium. I think South Africa got the bomb too, but they going to use that against the niggas. So, you know, y'all got all the plutonium. Y'all got all the motherfucking uranium. Y'all got all this shit, but y'all don't have no processing plants. Y'all have this shit, but y'all don't know how to refine this shit. Y'all don't have, you see, you claim you are also scientifically advanced, but you scientifically inept. You haven't invented shit. We can go on there and we can name thousands of black inventions and products that we contributed towards civilization. You guys, the best you can talk about, and then you motherfuckers just happen to be like 2,500 miles away, and then you gonna claim that y'all help build the pyramids. Y'all don't get the fuck up out of here with that shit. You dick riding off of Egypt. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I got you. I'm also gonna say this. There's a difference between creating and contributing. Y'all contribute a lot, but y'all didn't create shit. You know, I don't know why y'all would want to. I understand why y'all would want the title of creating, but y'all are not creators like that. Y'all have never been creators. Y'all can't even create anything in your own country. So I have to say that, and I'm not trying to kick your back in. It's just a lot of these people didn't create anything. Y'all didn't start doing anything until you got to America or England or France or all these other European countries. And hold on. And I'm gonna even say this: even in Europe, y'all niggas didn't even do anything. Y'all niggas didn't build anything in Europe. Europe still is a piece of shit. It still looks like fucking a vampire fucking country. So yeah.
And this is to Toy Soy Boy, you know, Soy Tu Madre, the Puto. Hey, number one, you motherfuckers got shot down. You are the descendants of a defeated empire. If y'all motherfuckers so great, how come y'all ain't still building pyramids? Since y'all free and y'all able to contribute again, how come you ain't going back to your ancestors? Man, that would be the bomb. A pyramid with electricity and plumbing.
Well,
Y'all ain't even thought about doing that shit.
hey, Miss
That
Ramirez.
tells you.
Okay. Thanks, Miss
You see
Ramirez.
where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So
That's
you
true.
guys have lost your glory. Y'all lost y'all chisma, y'all balls, because
Machismo.
y'all can't even
They
come up
they lost
with,
their
you know,
machismo. That's what they lost. They lost their
yeah,
machismo. You
they
know.
ain't got shit. Y'all ain't got no modern wonders of the world. At least, you know what? America, we got the Panama Canal, we got the Empire State Building, we had the Twin Towers. You see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Modern marvels. I watch that little show sometimes.
30 more seconds. 30 more
Hey,
seconds.
hey, Mexico ain't contributed a motherfucking thing. The only thing that y'all have contributed is what that shit where they had a taco wrapped inside a burrito or whatever that shit. Yeah, from
Um,
Taco Bell. That's the closest shit y'all done
avocados.
came.
Avocados.
Yeah, no, that's guacamole. Man.
Oh
That's
well.
not. Yeah, that's guacamole, man. Avocado
Oh.
don't mean shit, right? I'm talking about something that's built out of stone, steel, or something. Ain't shit. At least the Arabs are building skyscrapers, bro. I
All right.
mean, they touching the sky.
All right. So
Hey, you
Dorsey.
motherfucking Latinos with
Dorsey.
all y'all motherfuckers.
I need you to land. I want you to give you your best quote right now. I'm talking about. I'm gonna give you a hot 30 seconds to land. So I want you. I
Hey,
want you to say what you want to
let
say.
me explain.
I
Okay.
want you to say what you want to say, and if you're gonna give a perspective, definitely do it. Let everything out, man. Go on.
You tethers did not do shit to build nothing here in America. You did not touch ground until the latter part of the 19th century, 20th century. This shit was already here. We built the railroads, we built the dams, we built the roads themselves, we built the windmills, we built Washington D.C. Who you think laid down that granite to build the monuments and shit? Y'all didn't y'all came late to the party. And all y'all been, it's like if you was throwing a party and everybody else brought chicken, steak, ham, macaroni and cheese. The only thing you tethers brought was napkins. That's all y'all brought to the party. And then you think that y'all supposed to get a bigger portion? You think you supposed to leave this motherfucker with a plate? Come to somebody's house and brought only napkins and then try to walk out with a motherfucker talking about you gonna take a plate home. Man,
Mm,
nigga snatch you by your goddamn neck and throw them napkins in your face.
facts.
Cause that's what you contribute. You contributed napkins to the whole dinner. All y'all brought was some motherfucking y'all niggas didn't even bring soda.
Mm,
Y'all brought motherfucking napkins. That's it.
mm. Thank you, Dorsey. That was a good one, man. You was letting them know you wasn't playing today.
Yeah, man, that's all they did, nigga. Come to the party late, then think they gonna run off with a plate, nigga.
Yeah.
Talking about they bought motherfuckers some napkins. Nigga, if you don't get the fuck up out of here, they'll beat your ass anywhere I know.
Damn. Well, thank you, Dorsey. I appreciate everything. Tell Miss Ramirez I said hi. How's she doing? I just seen her. I
Oh,
seen
he
her.
said hi.
I seen the
Oh,
like.
hello.
How's everything?
Yeah, she is everything. Oh, she doing all right, man.
Yeah.
She up here
Okay.
trying to figure out how she gonna spend her money. I just look at
Hey.
it, it's her money, so I don't
Yeah.
say shit. She like, I got this coming. I'm over here peeking and shit. I'm trying to see what that tax refund gonna look like, right?
Tell her shop
But
till
she
she
ain't let me.
drop. That's all she do. Tell her to
Yeah,
shop
but
till you drop. You
she
deserve it.
she turned the face away from me and shit when she doing her calculations and shit, right?
She gave you what? She gave you one of those. Hey, I got this. I got this. Look.
Hey, Ping, you said I'm the Black Gomer Powell, right? Well, I went to the Marine Corps. What you do up there in Canada, huh? but be a paying on welfare. That's what it really boiled
All
down
that
to.
nigga did was eat moose meat and jack off. That's all he did. That
Exactly,
nigga didn't do
nigga. You on Canadian welfare?
nothing. That nigga didn't do nothing special.
Hey, Ping, Ping. I bet you go outside and enjoy that yellow snow, don't you? You get it by the cupful, huh? Oh, look at the Slurpee. Yeah, you a Slurpee. You eat that yellow snow, don't you, Ping? All right. Fucking hoser. You're a hoser, man. You know what
Jesus.
that means in Canadian? You're a hoser, bruh.
Jeez.
That's what you are, Ping. You're a hoser. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right,
Bye.
Dorsey. Salute, salute. Everybody, that was Dorsey. Shout out to him. Hold on, give me a second. Oh shit. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that was Dorsey. Shout out to Dorsey. He always gives some good knowledge and education on history. So that's always great. Again, shout out to Dorsey. Um, I got a few new videos that we'll be breaking down today. This video is by I think Unapologetic. Unapologetic always has great was it complicate complimation videos. I hope I said it right. Complimations. Yeah, he always have great complimation videos. So I think definitely we need to watch this, listen to them. And like, yeah, it's great entertainment, but it's always great to understand where these people are coming from.
Yo, family, this Black History Month is going, or starting off with a bang. It's starting off with a bang, yo, family. Hold on, let me see if I can keep myself. Okay, boom, I'm doing with the paint on spray.
Mm,
But yeah, Deontay Kyle's getting that work. Yes, Lord.
mm.
I gave up on Deontay Kyle many moons ago. The writings were always on the wall for me. Give a person a mic long enough, and they will expose exactly who they are.
Mm.
Black Americans do not have to allow anyone to come into our space and our communities, appropriate our culture, use it as a costume, and in the same voice, disrespect the people of that culture. Ignorance is not a good enough excuse. I've never been on the continent of Africa. I've never been in the different countries in Africa. And I also don't get online disrespecting their cultural practices.
I'll say this, everyone. What these two people were saying, I think it was great because at the end of the day, I think immigrants has to understand this is how Black Americans feel about y'all. It's not out of hate. It's not out of malice. It's what y'all be doing. These are the things that you do be doing. This is the things that you should be stopping. Put it this way: if there's a problem with something, you stop that problem before it becomes big. It's gotten big now where you know what they're gonna get um deported, and they're gonna start to see a lot more um not even violence. You're going to see a lot of violence out of white supremacy where you're going to have to stop it yourself because you have done so much damage towards Black America, the relationship with Black Americans, that Black Americans just don't give a fuck anymore. You know, and this is where I told people this is where you need to think about stuff. This is why I told SP, you gotta police your own people, and you gotta let you can't be the only one policing your own people, and your whole damn near ethnicity has a problem with Black Americans. If you really feel this strong about how you get along with Black Americans, you should have been filling in them gaps. I will say that you should have been filling in those gaps. So again, I'm not gonna say shout out to, because you did show your true colors, like this lady did say. You know.
No one, I'm sorry, for me, no one can come into my space and my culture and use it as a costume. And
Hmm.
then in the same voice, spew white supremacist talking points. We done with people not having the information. Everybody has a phone in their hand. Everybody can read.
Mm.
Everybody can find out exactly what they want to find out. Black people of the diaspora come here and they assimilate to white culture and they learn everything about white people and they learn how to behave for white people. They can do the same when
Mm.
they approach the black community.
Mm.
They choose not to.
Yes, facts.
Deontay Kyle is exactly who I always thought he was.
Oh yeah, big on family. People are tired. People are tired. We see our brother Tariq, he roasted him. I didn't know his mom was white, and I didn't know she put him up for adoption 2 days after she had the baby. Don't know who his dad is, so yeah, that's probably very much so an identity crisis going on with this dude. The PNC shield, him unconsciously, the uh, the greed talker. We're not letting folk dictate the narrative and shame us into some bullshit. We're not doing it no more.
That's why I had that show on Friday about gatekeepers. Are Pan Africans the new gatekeepers? They can't be the gatekeepers. Even though they're aligning themselves with Democrats, they can't be gatekeepers. You know, and the reason why is because if we let Pan Africans be gatekeepers, we cannot complain about what the Democrats have done to us for 80, 90 years. Because it's the same trick bag, but different people or different movement, you know. So I will say that.
We don't care. We don't care. We're getting results, but we got everybody's ass
Hmm.
and knots. We got everybody in the tizzy. Hold on.
That FBA movement is so much low racial self-esteem, so much high levels of illiteracy. Okay, so at this point, we have to realize that this whole foundational Black American movement is basically a psyop.
Once again, shout out to our brother Petty Sam, based out of California. Um, y'all see, they we got that boy. We got them. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. You can't latch on and leech on to being foundational Black American. It's just you can't do it. It's not even a half. I love what's been going on threads. Oh, just sit back and enjoy. Now you can pause to read this, but this is the Chinese built the railroads crap. Look at the B1 family coming in hot, putting the
Mm.
belt, switch, extension cord,
Mm.
grinding cord,
Mm.
paddle, the wooden one, the one that's plastic with the holes in it to ass. B1 family. Look at that. Hold on, let me move my head out the way. Now we're gonna move on over to the corner. Just enjoy it. Anything to erase blackness. So the chain gang, yeah, that was us. All of a sudden it's Asians. We not letting them erase us. They were slowly and methodically coaxing us into being erased. You know what I'm saying? You said brother had to check him. You know, Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Jamaican. We are calling it out. This one
Yeah.
sister, she has something to say. And this
Yeah, we have to call it out because at the end of the day, we are I don't think people understand and especially these multiracial kids, they don't understand that like yo, they can be erased. Their culture can be erased and hijacked if you let it. And what this guy's doing, what I'm doing, what Tariq's doing, Alpha, Elite, Ants CEO, Street Smarts, and all of these people, what we're doing is we're making it sure that like, yo, that's our culture. What you're doing is our culture. We don't mind if you do it, but don't lie and say it's your culture. You created the culture. That's an issue. That's very concerning. If you do that, what else would you do? You know? And that's just how I feel about certain things. If you let people slide, and this it's like the streets. If you let one person slide, a whole bunch of niggas is gonna be trying to do it.
clown, this dude, he won't say out of everybody he wants to say something to. He wants to say something to the sister. So I had to jump in and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I had to jump and do my thing. I was like, man, there's too many dudes in his comment section for you to go after the sister. We're not doing that. And he responded this morning talking about, you're an AI and a bot. There's no point in going back and forth. No. I came back in and let him know, nah, bro, I'm real. You can go to my page and see
Yeah,
me.
facts.
Yeah, this nigga with the diabetes. Yeah,
It's a
you
nigga
can
with the
see me.
diabetes.
I'm here. I'm real, nigga.
My man said he's the
You know what I'm
nigga
saying?
with the
Yeah, all
diabetes.
day. Oh, but look, I'm just saying, look, it was just belt the
Most of the
ass the
kids
entire
in the
time. And I love
MIA.
it. And I love it. Oh, I love it. Granville T. Woods, FBA. Look, I love it. Slaves weren't immigrants. I love it. He not letting nobody make it. And this dude, Jason Reed. Okay, yeah, Reed is like a Jamaican last name, so he's probably Jamaican.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah,
Jamaican.
yeah, yeah. It's somewhat Jamaican. So you see, you try to African black or African American black. He try to flat blacknesses. We not having it.
Mm.
We not having it, man. We're not having it. We not having it. It's just not happening. You see, we in here. U.S. Black History Month is Black Americans. Go walk down some other racist history. We're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Black History Month is exclusively for Black Americans. Always has been. Always will be. Boom. Then we got the FBA flag. I love it. We on
Mhm.
family. We not letting nobody ride. We don't care who
That's
you are.
good.
Well, we're all black this month. No.
Yeah, the flat blackness doesn't work anymore, man. And that's the problem. This is where and this is all about adapting. Um this is why I always tell people all the time. It's about adapting. If you can't adapt, there's always going to be problems. And what's going on? Oh, that's Dorsey. Yes, Dorsey. Um, like I said, it's the flat blackness. I think that's what fucked Black Americans up for a very long time. You know, the flat blackness, it screwed up a lot of things, and now I understand why people stress about that. You know, let's finish.
The fuck you not? Because where's your family from? What's your lineage? I had one brother. Well, it's not that deep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm not black Nigerian. I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. I'm not black. Basically, cheese. I'm not black. Congo Cablasian, Tiger Woods. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay, I'm not black. I'm Coach W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yeah, he's
I'm
Haitian.
not black. I'm Haitian. So keep so keep that energy to the winter. The ice is here. You ain't black. Love it. I love it when you're on family. If you want to know, if you have riders that are riding with you, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Colin said, who decided this? Black history is Black Americans, etc., etc.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna call it. I think we're gonna call the new channel Reaper Nation. I actually like it now. I was going for we the Reapers, but I think Reapers Nation it sounds a little bit better now. I can see it. Today I will be create tonight when I'm at work. I'll be creating a new logo for that. So just give me 3 4 days. The logo will be done. Tomorrow I got wrestling practice and I gotta do another show. So definitely just yeah, just give me some time and I'll get everything started. I'll be right back, all right?
You are on the right path, being with family. We are so on code.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna just let all those shaboozis chime in. Just go one by one, so you can just pause and read without me interrupting. And once again, B1 family, I appreciate all of you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. You know, your boy's busy. Been working on music. Been working on editing. Been working. I'm having to go somewhere else different for this month, so it's occupying all my time, and that's outside of doing dad stuff when I come home. So appreciate the patience. Make sure you share this out because YouTube is trying to suppress your boy. All right, so share this out. Share this on your page. Just share it on your story. If you're like nervous about sharing it on your page because your boss is on your page, share it on your story so it can, real quick. But somebody can see it and they can know that they're not standing alone.
Facts.
Peace and black America.
Salute, salute. That man did a good job. I forgot what my man's name is. My Black Unity. He did a good job. My Black Unity. Who is it? 3RS3. Salute, salute. I'm gonna say this about Shabuzi. I've been knew that this was gonna happen with Shabuzi when I remember when we were talking about him, and I said, "Yo, he's gonna end up turning on Black Americans. You know, he's gonna say some stupid shit, and he's gonna get himself canceled by the Black community." I said that. I already knew that was gonna happen, but it came faster than I thought.
The FBA, the Foundational Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day. I don't see these niggas doing no work against none of these fucking Nazis, none of these fucking Nazis, against none of these fucking Nazis, none of these fucking Klansmen, nothing. All I see is them niggas calling out other black people all day. That's divisive as fuck. Questioning niggas. Where you from? Where was you born? Nigga gotta show you your freedom papers? Damn, massa. I gotta show you the freedom papers? Who is these niggas on this nag? Bunch of motherfucking Stevens over there trying to check a nigga blood. Wanna check a nigga papers. Sound like ICE. Another 3-letter organization.
He sounds like a Democrat. You know, that's just how I feel. He sounds like a Democrat. I think those type of people you got to be careful of. And I'm gonna say this: Black Americans are being targeted. We are being targeted, and I'm not saying that. Hold on one second. Black Americans and Africans, not that one. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, we're being targeted, but at the end of the day, when this ain't nothing new. This isn't nothing new, So, um, I would tell y'all be careful. Like if you in this type of universe, if you're in this type of universe, yeah, definitely be careful with these people because at the end of the day, I already told you what's gonna happen. I think, as I said, I think something bad's gonna happen. All jokes aside, I think something's bad gonna happen because people people are pushing this ideology like we're fucking everybody up. That we're doing when you say Nazis, I'm gonna say this. When you say Nazis is different from like, oh, a nigga who just don't wanna fuck with your ideology. A nigga who don't wanna help anymore. You know? It's becoming a headache like that. It just shouldn't be a headache. It should be like, oh well, we don't fuck with those type of people, and that's it. You know. But you're getting mad that Black Americans do not want to help. I don't get it. It has never in a million years been that deep. It's deep like that now, and pause. It's deep now because at the end of the day, you're being targeted by your oppressors, by those people that you loved and wanted to be aligned with. And we've been told you what was gonna happen. We've been told y'all that, like, yo, hold on, I don't want to look. Um, yeah, it's just you gotta be aware of what these niggas is doing. And this right here, this is a prime example. He don't know what's going on. I don't think he understands. Do I think he was in the streets? I don't think he's in the streets that long. I think he got scared straight, you know. I'm just being personally honest. I think he got scared straight to get a job. And there's nothing wrong with getting a job, you know. Saying telling war stories and stuff like that. It's cool, you know, if you're trying to teach somebody, but if you're trying to teach somebody to control them, it's different, you know.
Healing and perspective or hate speech and fear mongering. But a lot of us only know how to be in community with abusers. So when niggas start talking about healing, when niggas start talking about organization, we start talking about inclusion, we start talking about mass communal practices, you've never seen.
But the thing about it, when they talk about this stuff, it's not for Black Americans. It's not for Black Americans. You know, it's for immigrants. Plain and simple. Black Americans will do the most of the work, but Black Americans don't get shit from it. And this is where things need to change. Things don't need to change. Maybe you need to do the shit yourself. Maybe you need to stop looking for help. You know, y'all already. And the sad thing about it, I'm gonna say this: a lot of y'all immigrants is getting help from white supremacists. I mean, white people, white liberals. I still consider them white supremacists, but I'm gonna give them a benefit of the doubt. But they're fighting for y'all. Those motherfuckers is fighting for you. And you're still losing. You're still having a hard time. You're still hiding. And this is where I said there's a difference between Africans in Paris, Africans in France and Africans in America. Or immigrants in America. Let me use all y'all immigrants. Y'all immigrants in America, you have to keep up a certain type of look, appearance. You know, either or, whatever, how you want to use it. You have to keep up a good appearance. If you don't keep up that good appearance, they could kick you out this fucking country. Those people in France, they don't do that shit like that. It's rare that you see that type of shit. Them niggas is wild out there. I'm just being personally honest. Them niggas is wild out there. You know, and this is where I say, yo, you gotta, fix your fucking shit, man. Get your shit together, man. Get your fucking shit together. Like I get that y'all feel y'all get mad when I say that, but y'all do gotta fix your shit. Shabaka ain't gonna tell you to fix your shit. Shabaka's gonna say, "Oh, yo, you're not doing anything wrong." Okay, if you're not doing anything wrong, why are they deporting all y'all niggas? Why are your white supremacist um allies bitching about you? That's the thing. These are the things. These are the questions you should be asking. Why do they want me out this fucking country?
That's not your experience. That's not where you feel comfortable. Calling niggas names, checking niggas verification. What hood is this? What hood is that? Now, if we was gang banging and killing each other, it would be a problem. But it's not a problem when a nigga asks where you from and it's on the internet and it's on the basis of a culture that we created out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him. And you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed. I'm not going back and forth.
Oh no. This is what he's saying about Africans. This is what he's saying about the Latinos. This is what he's saying about the Asians. This is what he's saying about the Caribbeans. Now listen to what he's saying.
ask where you from, and it's on the internet, and it's on the basis of a culture that we created out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him, and you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed. I'm not going back and forth with no niggas.
So now I gotta ask you, did he expose you Africans for being weak? Can we say you Africans, you Caribbeans are weak? Now listen what let's listen, keep on listening.
That come here from another country in search of the American dream when I know this shit is a nightmare. I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that think he finna get some favor from these white people. I see you niggas that's born in America do the same shit. Michigan head coach, that nigga ain't no tether.
He is a tether.
Stephen A. Smith ain't a motherfucking tether.
Yes, he is a tether. He comes from an immigrant background. Stephen A is a tether. And that dude from Michigan is a tether. So this nigga is lying. This is where we say, like, okay, nigga, you lying. Why are you lying like that?
How many niggas have we seen tap dance and degrade black people that are from America, born in America? When niggas do it from abroad, I don't say it's an issue with them. I know that.
But the thing about it, his issue he don't understand is that we kick our own people's back end when you do shit like that. We ostracize you type of niggas. You know? This isn't nothing new. He's just the thing about him, he's cherry picking lies. You know, this is all cherry picking that he's doing right now.
They're brainwashed by the system because they went through colonization over there just like we went through it over here. Why the fuck is they leaving Africa? Because Europeans are destabilizing their countries, inserting capitalist dictators, fascist dictators in more democratic socialist societies, toppling governments, and then sending the niggas fleeing. Where do they go? To America. And what do? They come through with their religious minds, with their colonized minds, and destable black American revolutionaries because they don't know no better. And it's a bunch of niggas in America that don't know no better because they only are used to being in community with abusers. We have been oppressed in this country for 400 years. Some of us don't know how it feels not to be oppressed. Some of you ain't comfortable if you're not oppressed. You've never had an idea of what freedom looks like for you. Black Americans, and I advocate for this. Nigga, me and Big Cat are the blackest of black Americans. We are true to the black American experience. We are proud. We also understand that our story doesn't start here nor end here. The Panthers were
He's lying again. Pan-Africans were black. The Black Panthers was black first. They weren't Pan-Africans first. You know, and this is the bad thing. And this is why I say I don't fuck with Pan-Africanism because Pan-Africans only care about Africa. They don't care about black people in America like that. They care what can these black people contribute to them, you know? I don't think hold on. Bronze, you are wrong, and he is correct. The FBA's is a cult. It's a lineage, you know. And first of all, if FBA is a cult, Jamaicans is a cult. Jamaicans is a whole cult. That's what you're saying. Because these are both lineages. So this is where I said like Black King. And plus you're immigrant anyways. You know, you're a whole immigrant. You know. You know, with your flat blackness and your trying to trying to take black American credit. You just do too much, my nigga. I'm gonna be personally honest. You do too much.
Africanist. Marcus Garvey was a pan-Africanist. All the leaders and things that came before you that gave you the blueprint to feel revolutionary were also thinking about global movements, mass communal practices.
We don't need to think about global movements. The reason why we don't need to think about global movements is that it doesn't help us. We're only helping others. And this is where he's lying. Global movements don't help black Americans. We've been helping global movements for the last fucking 70 years. They haven't got us anywhere. You know, and this is why I said these Democrat shields, and this is why Shabaka, I asked you how much are they paying you? Shabaka, how much are they paying you? Cause this is Democrat work right here. This is Democrat work right here. Just lying about everything. I know what, nigga. I'm gonna say this. I know a Demo. I know I know Democrat work when I see it, and that's Democrat work right there. That's all Democrat work. You know, the French Africans and the Africans and French knows our history. Yeah, they know your history, but they know y'all ain't worth shit in America. And I gotta be personally honest. All y'all tethers, all y'all immigrants in America, y'all motherfuckers ain't doing it like the Africans in France. Them niggas is actually really fighting for freedom. Y'all niggas is hiding. So why would I? This is the thing. Why would I want to worry about a global movement and all y'all niggas is hiding? All y'all niggas is hiding. Black King, you're from Jamaica. What are you doing about ICE? Shabaka, you're from Africa. What are you doing about ICE? Or you gonna say, oh, what we are doing? What are you doing? I know what I'm doing. I ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Just going to Taco Bell's to eat my cheesy beefy burrito. That's it. And pause, But yeah. Or go and get some chicken and French fries. Like, come on. This is what I'm trying to say. Y'all niggas ain't doing anything. Why is this nigga worried about black Americans and y'all niggas ain't even doing nothing on your side? Your Democrats are dependent on fucking Jasmine Crockett. And I'm gonna say this. That's your lifeline right there, Jasmine Crockett, because I personally think she is black. She's a black American. Is she a hooded black American? That's something we need to find out. But at the end of the day, what's her name? Miss Campbell? Miss Campbell from Texas? The lady with the cowboy hat who be passing out fucking affidavits on niggas and stuff? Passing out fucking season. Yo, that lady, she gets busy. I don't be seeing none of y'all niggas do that shit. I'm gonna be personally honest. He talk about he from Atlanta. Nigga, what is he doing in Atlanta? What are you doing in Atlanta, huh? Then you got that crazy ass fucking hat on, man. Looking like diabetes and shit, man. Nah, man, we ain't fucking with that.
Instead of micro movements, the FBI, ICE as it stands today, are modern day Nazis.
Who are these niggas? I cried.
Yeah, who is these niggas?
like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
That's why I say, whose nigga is this? Who? Yo, leave them niggas alone. We don't know them niggas. That's all you said. Who are them niggas?
You know what I mean?
We in an era where niggas need attention. Niggas is irrelevant without attention. And niggas is cornball. So what they do is they target certain groups, FBA in particular. Just to get some fucking views. Yeah, I mean, they'll just say anything. It's because they don't want to make sense. They ain't cohesive. And this is the same nigga who was co-signing the same chick who, used the sexy Solan song, whatever her name is. I don't know her name. You know what I'm saying? Same nigga. This is the same nigga we see with Conscious Lee. These niggas is clout chasers, right? So, alright, they want the attention, we're gonna give it to them. So, word on the street, this nigga's a mud shark baby. This Yogi the Bear face, this Winnie the Pooh face ass, this 44-inch waist in the neck ass nigga wants some attention. We'll give it to him. So, just a little pre-warning. My editor's kind of off a little bit, so I kind of fucked up a little bit. But other than that, it's all good.
Black King, you are a liar and a nigger. I will tell you that. You lie like a nigger. Not a nigga, a nigger. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm using that language is because you know what? I'm tired of you niggas trying to cosplay of being black Americans, trying to make us look ignorant and all this other stuff. We do. America is about color, nigga. That's why I called you a nigga. Mm-hmm. I had to. A nigga knows that there's color. A nigga is my nigga. Black King, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Why do you always defend white people, but when it comes to black American, you have all the smoke for the black Americans? No, what they're doing to your country was just, let alone a few months ago, it was under Atlantis water, and y'all niggas was asking for help. This is why we didn't want to help y'all in the first place. This is why we let y'all struggle. You always talk about somebody's a hypocrite or a fraud and all this, and that. Like, Black King, let's personally be honest, my nigga. This shit is crazy what you're doing. A real American don't see color. Nigga, are you serious? Them niggas is stepping on your dope wherever you are. I forgot where you are. Where you are? You in Idaho, right? Yeah, Iowa. I'm sorry, not Idaho. Iowa, right? Like, Black King, you can't be doing that shit, man. You look crazy as fuck saying some shit like that. I had to call you it. I had. That's why you're crying online every day. People, you're in America. Yeah, I'm American, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. I know right from wrong, and I know what you're saying is wrong, and it's very. This is the thing. Y'all talk about all this divisive stuff. Oh, Rosalind's divisive. The FBA's is divisive. Yada yada yada. Nigga, you know how we divisive when we talk about our own culture. Like, you talk about your own culture. You defend white people so much. You use white ideology. Then you get mad when you see the facts. We know this nigga right here is a clown. I don't know if he's a good person. I know he does clown shit. Then you're gonna say, "Oh no, he's telling the truth." No, absolutely not. That's some shit Sabaka's supposed to be saying, Black King. But you out here acting like a whole trick, man. You act like a trick, man. Like, let's personally be honest. You do act like a trick. Can we both agree to that?
Though, but most of it's all good. So you get the gist of it. So, you know what I mean, this little prequel. Let's get into it.
Nigga said
The most
joke
ICE,
over.
as it stands today, are modern day Nazis.
Y'all, I'm making my morning coffee, and I just saw that podcast with Deontay Cal talking about FBA and immigrants and things like that. And let me just say it like this: unpopular opinion. If you have a parent that's non-black, you should not be speaking up on what black people should be doing. Unpopular opinion, cut the video now if you can't handle what I'm about to say, because I'm not going to repeat myself. Anytime we have someone that's biracial and that wants to come into our community and start to advocate for us, they tend to get a soft spot for the oppressor. They get a soft spot for other.
And it's true. I'm gonna say this. That is true. You know, I got biracial children. The thing about my kids is like me. They don't give a fuck. You know. You know. My daughter told asked one of her friends, do she eat monkey? Do they eat monkey meat? I hear my daddy say it all the time. You know, and the thing about it is just I always tell people all the time, it's just how you raise your kids, man. These niggas haven't been raising their kids properly. You know? I'm just being personally honest. A lot of these people coming from these different backgrounds are not raising their kids properly. You know, I have to raise my kids properly because when my kids go out here, they see it as a black American and they're black. Actually, technically, they're black Americans. So this is how we gotta look at them. But I get what she's saying. They do got soft spots, and I had to tell my daughter, yo, cut that shit out. Them white tears don't mean shit. You know, that's just me. Them white tears don't mean shit. Homegirl just trying to hoodwink you. That's why she crying. She crying because she got caught. Salute, salute. Yeah, man. This is why I tell y'all if y'all do have mixed kids, You gotta raise your kids, man. You gotta raise your kids as a Black American, because at the end of the day, they go out here and they try to do what their friends do. They're gonna be the first one in jail, or probably on the 7 o'clock news, dead. Dante Kyle don't tell you shit like this. It's always those mixed kids that get popped. It's always the mixed kids that get in themselves in their situation, and it's because they don't know how to react over situations. You know, yeah, I don't think the Black Panthers were no, they weren't Pan Africans. That dude right now, he's just being a dickhead right now. Because at the end, like I said, Robert, I don't think you was here in November. Beginning of November, the first day of November, I said this: these Pan Africans, these Democrats are working overtime. They are losing their fucking minds and they don't know what's going on. Look at what's his name? Cory Booker just did. He did some cornball shit. He put $20 million into a studies on seeing what black men really want. Like, my nigga, you're a black man. You're mixed, but you're a black man. You should know what you want. All you gotta do is go to the barbershops, go to the cookouts, go to the illegal gambling spots. Just you know, go on the side streets and drink and smoke with them niggas. You'll figure out what a black man wants. Or you wanna know what a real nigga wants. That's what you want. You wanna know what a real nigga wants. It was these real niggas that was voting for these Democrats until they woke up and smelled the fucking coffee and said, like, yo, we can't vote for these niggas. We vote for least of our interests. No, it's not Jamaican. It's a national identity. Oh, it's a national identity now. Okay. Kick rocks, nigga. Nigga said national identity. Okay. So since it's a national identity, why are your people trying to delineate from Africa? You sure it's not an ethnicity? They're trying to delineate from Africa. I'm just saying, they're trying to delineate from Africa. They're trying to say they're not flat black, they're not flat Africans. So you know what? That's what you need to talk to your people about. This is why you shouldn't be in black Americans' problems. Because you know what? Your problems is 3 times more fucked up than ours. Compared to anybody else's problems in the black diaspora, we have the best problems. We're on a good foot right now. We can't say that about your people right now. Sorry, I had to drive. Bronze. Google the area. It's known for witchcraft rituals. Example, the grass, swamp witches. Oh, thank you, Dorsey. And this is the stuff that we're figuring out right now. And that's just how I feel. That African beat the wig off of the FBA last week. What are you talking about? Shabaka, I mean, Black Queen, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Oh, you talking about the boxing match? Yeah, niggas was making fun of it, man. Niggas was making jokes about it. Like, let me ask you a question, Black King. You think we get mad because a black man gets beat up in boxing? It's a part of the fucking sport. The fuck? Why? Like, we don't have nothing to be jealous of. We have the greatest boxers. We have the greatest culture. We have the greatest history. Like, come on. Like, let's not do that. Like, yo, you're like losing it. I'm gonna say this too. Live for fast food and alcohol. Bronze live for fast food. No, not really. I don't like fast food like that. Certain fast food I can do, yes, but not a lot of it. I like home cooked meals, man. My family's Southern, man. We do home cooked meals. Um, but let's get back onto this.
Immigrants, because they really think who would that. Deontay Kyle. I gave up on Deontay Kyle many moons ago. The writings were always on the wall for me. Give a person a mic long enough, and they will expose
I think we've seen
exactly
this.
who they are.
Usually lead the white father or the white child is. I'm not an FBA by declaration. I'm an FBA by definition. Which means is, the Emancipation Proclamation, the mulatto, the Indian, the indigenous reclassification of the American Negro. I'm all that. I saw, 7/8 of my great grandparents Black American. You know what I'm saying? The other little 1/7. I mean the 1/8. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't getting to that. But
this is another tether moment. Again, this goes for the Pan-Africans. Shabaka, you see how he's talking about your boy, Nature Boy. He's a Pan-African too. And this is why I say you only got smoke for Black Americans. You don't got smoke for other people. This nigga talking crazy about your boy, Nature Boy. And the thing about it, the reason why Black King is talking about Nature Boy is because I told him about that. Black King didn't know nothing about no motherfucking Nature Boy. Let's personally be honest. You're not that smart. I'm gonna be personally honest, Black King. With a college degree, you're still not smart enough, man. I'm gonna be personally honest. You're still not smarter than me, and I only got an associate, my nigga. I only got an associate, and I'm smarter than you, my nigga. Know what that shows? Even dummies can get a degree, nigga. Use a dummy.
my thing is this, though. There's no other Black people in America, and there never was. I didn't grow up with other Black people. Other Black people don't exist. Other people identify as Black people, but identify don't make you something. You know what I'm saying? So when people say people look like, I don't go by that look like shit, because you're not me no matter how you look. You're not my people no matter how you look. You know what I'm saying? So onto this topic of this fat nigga. I never watched his content. He never interested me. He never said nothing that was deep to me. He never caught my attention. Nothing he says is thought provoking. He always was off.
I'll be back, everyone.
And come to find out, the nigga is not our people. He's an unidentified Negro. He's an unidentified. We don't know this nigga pedigree. We don't know this nigga background. He don't know his fucking real parents. We don't know we don't know his fucking father. We don't know if his mom is a new immigrant. We don't know if his father is a new immigrant. He's an adoptee. He's adopted. He has no pedigree. So he going around saying, because before he was all down with us, when he thought he was of us, coming to find out the nigga's not one of us at all. Or if he is one of us, he's not sure, but he's also a Democratic shill. He be with the nigga Conscious Lee, all these weird ass niggas who use black pain and black talking points to elevate themselves. And when they get in, they fucking, turn on us for the Democratic agenda. You have to be very aware of these mixed niggas who have white parents. They don't have Black American mitochondria DNA. They didn't inherit their mom's trauma. They don't have the epigenetics. I'm saying they don't have that of their parent. Well, let me say this about the mitochondria DNA. Pup is disrespectful as fuck. His mother was a goddamn mud shark. Fuck this nigga. A motherfucking Hitler and the Nazis and shit. Nigga, this mud shark disrespectful. He owed us and the Jews a fucking apology. Nigga, we get treated worse than the Jews in our own country. This ain't Israel. This ain't Germany. And the Jews get to live better than us. Got more rights and more laws and more fucking wealth than us. Ass nigga talks from both sides of his mouth. Because in one breath, he's saying, Black Americans should shit out. In another breath, he's saying, y'all Nazis. And he like
your people.
We not criticizing our people, but it seems like your fat ass is, but we're gonna let your fat ass speak double tongue. In that double chin, your carbon neck having fucking, because you're saying two things. At first you're saying black people, and first of all, nigga, you not even black. You're an identified melanated person. We don't know your father. We don't know your pedigree. So you don't speak.
Black Snow Bunny King, I will say this. It's weird how you just look at me like that. Like, you need to do this with your body. That's weird, man. You need to go get what he got. The fuck? You sound weird, nigga.
For us anyway. Nigga, we do know you're white, though. That's what we do know.
This shit has been affecting us for far too long for you to turn your criticism to people that look like you.
Nigga, you need to be.
Taco Bell's is alright. Bronze Media. I don't eat that shit every day. I would rather cook than to really order out, if you ask me.
In a fucking mirror talking to yourself, because that's exactly what the fuck you doing. Even though you're not one of us, but you're preaching to us as if you had some authority, as if you're saying some real shit, but you ain't taking your own advice. You big neck motherfucker.
When the silence and complicit behavior of all these other niggas have been present and persistent, and I don't want to talk about a few.
All these other groups, Africans, Caribbeans, and Latinos, nigga. Those are other groups. Groups mean other ethnicities who are not us. Nigga, keep that in mind. They're not us. I agree with you right here.
I'm talking about the majority, the overwhelming majority
of immigrants and other people.
I'm talking about the majority, the overwhelming majority of people from other groups have been silent and complicit in the brutality caused by this American government and police to black bodies and black people as a whole.
Also, they become police and they become part of the government, these immigrants, to come and fuck up some of the bullshit we said and adding new shit on. Add new shit. We ain't doing that. Nigga, we ain't the Black Panthers. We ain't the civil rights
problems. The FBA, the country in search of the American dream, when I know this shit is a nightmare.
All right, now this is going to be one of those videos that's coming up the wrong way, and that's not my intentions at all. And I'm sure that this video itself is going to trigger a lot of Black Americans, a lot of international people. So my objective is to bring clarity to the situation. So please lock in, stay calm, stay chill, and have an open-minded perspective to this. Let's get straight into this. If you like this video, before I said this right now, you're a true legend. If you haven't liked the video yet, yo, I seen the comments and people say, but I want to watch it first. You just gotta believe. By the time this video ends, you're gonna completely forget about actually liking the video. So like it now, knock it straight out of the window. I've done the hard part already. The video's uploaded. Like the video, give your thoughts in your comments in the comments down below. Let's get into this sensitive talking point. Here we go.
The FBA, the Foundational Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day. I don't see these niggas doing no work against none of these fucking Nazis, none of these fucking Klansmen, nothing. All I see is them niggas calling out other black people all day.
Now, me responding to this particular situation would be feeding right into his ideology of what he says. You arguing with other black people every single day. Well, I am outside, I am international, and I have counteracted particular white people who have been derogatory, disrespectful pertaining to online services and situations. But majority of my videos are dealing with people who are international. The majority of my videos are people of me either out in the UK or out in Romania having these critical conversations. So, and I understand I'm not the majority, but if he's saying that's all he sees, then I would suggest him coming to watch some of my videos. So just a little heads up right there. I'm not gonna be on hot. So if you expect me to go crazy and be argumentative, I'm not doing that. I want to really sit down and listen to the points that he's making and try to critically break down everything he's saying from an unemotional, a lack of emotion perspective.
That's divisive as fuck. Questioning niggas. Where you from? Where was you born? Nigga gotta show you your freedom papers? Damn, massa. I gotta show you the freedom papers? Who is these niggas on this nag? Bunch of motherfucking Stevens over there trying to check a nigga blood. Wanna check a nigga papers. Sound like ICE. Another 3-letter organization. Healing and perspective, or hate speech and fear mongering.
All the yelling and screaming, I get it. Like you in your own space, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be as critical as possible. When people, from my perspective, the reason why people check people like where they're from or where their background is to see who they're talking to from where their lineage is. So if you're sitting down talking to somebody who just migrated into America in the last 2 generations, then you'll say, okay, this person probably doesn't have the depth or the full depth of the complexities of the situation, or don't really understand
Shabaka. That's you. You don't have the knowledge for what's going on in America.
What my people have been going through. So you're literally just having an idea of, okay, let's see how long you've been in America and let's see how long you understand the American system so we can sit down and have this conversation. So I don't see anything wrong with that. And then pertaining to ICE and another 3-letter organization, FBA is not an organization, it's a lineage. It's a timestamp.
This is why I call y'all stupid motherfuckers. Shabaka, you're a stupid motherfucker. Black King, you're a stupid motherfucker. Ping Fu, you're a stupid motherfucker. Hold on. I'm sorry, Black King. You're a stupid motherfucker with a degree. You are a DEI graduate, nigga. You're a DEI graduate. That's what you are, my nigga. No way in hell you should be having a degree talking stupid, my nigga. Ping Fu, you're just a fleeing stupid motherfucker. You the first nigga I know that breeds rats, nigga. That nigga got a rat breeding farm. Yo, my nigga is crazy.
And a time frame for people. So to equate those two different things, logically it just wouldn't make sense at all. But okay, let's hear his other opinion.
But a lot of us only know how to be in community with abusers. So when niggas start talking about healing, when niggas start talking about organization, we start talking about inclusion, we start talking about mass communal practices. You've never seen that. That's not your experience. That's not.
Got you something, Black King? Do you got a black prince? And I'm not trying to be funny. Do you got a black prince? The reason why I asked you that because I feel like you got a little fun boy in your closet. It's all right if you're gay, my nigga. You can be gay, but you got a fun boy in your closet, right? I could tell because you know what? You judge men too much. Then when I talk about women, you get offended. You're the only nigga I know who get offended talking about women. But you are a stupid motherfucker though. It's all right. Black King, it's all right if you're stupid, Nigga's a DEI graduate. Nigga, how you a DEI graduate, my nigga? Just like, let's pass this stupid motherfucker. So we can meet per capita.
Where you feel comfortable.
A lot of us have only seen, been around abusers and all this different type of stuff. That goes for everybody across the world. Black Americans are not the only people that have been abused throughout this type of ecosystem. So to marginalize or generalize that to one demographic of people, not saying he is, but it sounds like it implied into that way, is not logistically correct, all right? There's tons of different ethnic groups who've been abused, who've been in these situations. This is not a Black American only situation. This is a general perspective. But let's see the rest of his point.
Calling niggas names, checking niggas verification. What hood is this? What hood is that? Now, if we was gangbanging and killing each other, it would be a problem. But it's not a problem when a nigga asks where you from, and it's on the internet, and it's on the basis of a culture that we created.
Dumb Democrats is working overtime, baby. Nigga, you didn't know nothing about Nature Boy until I told you. You probably went to go look him up. I was like, yo, I'm gonna use that joke, Nature Boy. You welcome in advance, my nigga. That's all I gotta tell you. You welcome, Black King. He didn't know nothing about Black Nature Boy. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all everybody how he knew about Nature Boy. Cause he's a Pan-African. I was like, yo, European African. I was like, yo, I say most of your people are sex offenders or did some sexual deviance. I named him. I named African Bun Butter. I named Nature Boy. I named Brother Polite. All y'all niggas is perverts. This is why I think Shabaka's a pervert. I'm joking with you, Shabaka. Shabaka, I'm joking with you. I know you're gonna get mad at me for calling you a pervert, but I think I'm just saying, knowing the history of your culture, the Pan African movements, most of y'all niggas is perverts. Dr. York. Dr. York was from Boston and he was a pervert. He went to New York and got turned the fuck out. You know? Let's see. FBA's probably defends the killing. No, are you fucking stupid? This is the stupid shit I'm talking about, everybody. Shabaka. I mean, I'm not used. I'm sorry, Shabaka. Ping Fu. Ping Fu, you're a fucking idiot. You know, I think Canada should deport you back to, not even deport you back to your country. I think they need to deport you to India. Yes. You know, or just, neuter you, because I don't think there should be any more niggas like you running around this world. Soy boy. Here in LA, it's Mexicans that try to kidnap children. Oh shit. Is that true, SP? So y'all really be hot, yo, y'all really be doing the human trafficking like that? No, no, no. He's Caribbean. I think Dr. York is Caribbean. He's from Boston. That's Pan African. Yeah, that's your peoples. Black King, what? This is the shit I'm talking about. When your peoples do nasty, disgusting shit, now y'all don't want to claim them niggas. You know? You see how we claim fucking, we still have to claim Diddy, and Diddy's half Puerto Rican. Yes, Diddy's grandmother's Puerto Rican. You know? But he's still our people, So it's just, that's what you got to deal with, man.
Out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him. And you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed.
Yeah, I get.
What did he just call Africans? Hold on, let's see what he just called Africans.
Out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him. And you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed.
Yeah, I get that 100%. And it has nothing to do about them participating in your particular culture. It's how they using the participation in that particular culture to actually make rules and decisions that go against the particular culture. So when you sit down and say checking where people at, calling people tethers, I gotta understand that particular situation, calling people derogatory names and behaving like this. But at the same way I can sit down and talk about that, it's the same way I can sit down and talk about you, how your terminology and the way.
No, I'm calling niggas tethers. I don't give a fuck. Niggas ain't gonna stop me from calling these niggas tethers. Y'all niggas is tethers. I'm gonna be personally honest. Most of y'all
When you're
niggas don't.
speaking throughout these type of interactions, it's progressively passive aggressive. So I can sit down and nitpick on these little nuances, but I'm not. And for the people that are watching, and for even if he sees this, I understand that because you're thinking this and you're putting this conversation.
No, Shabaka, don't do that. That he was Pan African. Your boy was Pan African. He was a pervert. Yeah. Nature Boy was a pervert. And he did gay porn. Yeah, that's your boy. Yeah, that's black. What is it? That's Pan Africanism. Don't try to don't hand him off over here. He didn't fuck with black Americans. He fucked with y'all Pan Africans.
Out, it's easy for me to listen to what you're saying and reply back. So I'm not really holding such negative regards to you, because once you make the content, it's easy for people to receive the content and then give other perspectives to it. So I'm not really trying to be as critical as you. Just like when I make this video, a lot of people have their own perspective on what I'm saying, which I implore them to do that, to give their thoughts and opinions. But it doesn't mean that you have to be derogatory throughout that process. Not saying you are. I'm speaking to the audience as well. Let's continue.
I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that come here from another country in search of the American dream when I know this shit is a nightmare. I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that think he finna get some favor from these white people. I see you niggas that's born in America do the same shit. Michigan head coach, that nigga ain't no tether.
Yes, he
Stephen A.
is.
Smith ain't a motherfucking tether.
Yes, he is. Both of them are tethers. The coach from Michigan is Jamaican. That's your people's Snow Bunny King. Um, I think I think what's his name? Stephen. What's his name? Smith. Stephen A. Smith's family is from St. Thomas. So yeah, he's a
Niggas, have we seen tap dance and degrade black
Carolina.
people that are formed in America, born in America? When niggas do it from abroad, I don't say it's an issue with them. I know that they're brainwashed by the system. Because they went through colonization over there, just like we went through it over here. Why the fuck is they leaving Africa? Because Europeans are destabilizing their countries, inserting capitalist dictators, fascist dictators, and more democratic socialist societies, toppling governments, and then sending the niggas fleeing, where do they go? To America.
All right, cool. I can understand that point. I get that perspective. But just to sit down and name a couple of people that
But y'all niggas don't want to fight, and this is why I say y'all niggas is losers, because y'all don't fight. Y'all niggas don't fight. Y'all niggas don't want to fight for your country. You don't care about your country. You talk about your hard workers. Then we was like, yo, let's go to your country. You're like, oh no, we don't want to go to your country. We don't want to go there. So it's concerning. It's very concerning.
are doing that same things when we do have a particular community of people who are addressing these people and standing up for these people and telling them that that's not acceptable and exposing these people within our particular culture, within our particular lineage of that same thing. You said Stephen A. Smith, you said this person. You're acting like there hasn't been creators or people in our ecosystem that have not been addressing these people. We are conquering that particular situation, but when you have another group that is substantially coming into this ecosystem and aligning with that same ideology, it makes it difficult for you to actually drop or address that thing. Everybody has a role to play. Everybody keeps acting like, hold on, I'm gonna get my thoughts and opinions at the end.
And what do? They come through with their religious minds, with their colonized minds, and destable black American revolutionaries because they don't know no better. And it's a bunch of niggas in America that don't know no better.
And that's why we shouldn't fuck with y'all. I'm being personally honest. This is why black Americans shouldn't fuck with y'all. The nigga snitched on you. Watch. Let's listen to the guy who's talking 100% as Shabaka said. Let's listen to what he said.
Problems.
The FBA, the Foundational Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. Sound like
Everybody always wanted mass communication, cross international. It was the most said communications. No, I don't think that I understand, and this is the reason why I say that. I was like, yeah, man, see, you get people walks up to Donald Trump, not
a bunch of niggas in America that don't
creators or people
right
in
here.
our ecosystem that have not been addressing these people. We are conquering that particular situation. Everybody has a
through with their
everybody keeps.
Here we go.
Hold on, I'm gonna get my thoughts and opinions at the end.
This is why we shouldn't fuck with y'all. I'm gonna be personally honest. You too, Black King. This is why we shouldn't fuck with you. Watch. Listen to what your guy said. That you say, yo, he's telling the truth 100%. Listen.
And what do? They come through with their religious minds, with their colonized minds, and destable black American revolutionaries because they don't know no better. And it's a bunch of niggas in America that don't know no better because they only are used to being in community with abusers. We have been oppressed.
We shouldn't fuck with you. He said it. He said, you come with your colonized mind. Destabilizing black culture. Destabilizing our leaders. Why the fuck would we want to fuck with you? Shabaka, you are the problem. Black King, you are the problem. Ping Fu, you are the problem. Y'all niggas is the problem. I have to put that coat on y'all. Y'all niggas is the problem. It has never been black America. It was always y'all. Y'all come over here cosplaying us, and this is the bullshit that happens. This is the bullshit that happens.
In this country for 400 years. Some of us don't know how it feels not to be oppressed. Some of you ain't comfortable if you're not oppressed. You've never created an idea of what freedom looks like for you. Black Americans, and I advocate for this, nigga, me and Big Cat are the blackest of black Americans. We are true to the black American experience. We are proud. We also understand that our story doesn't start here nor end here. The Panthers were pan-Africanists. Marcus Garvey was a pan-Africanist. All the leaders and things that came before you that gave you the blueprint to feel revolutionary were also thinking about global movements, mass communal practice.
But global movements don't work. And he knows that. That's a dead end right there. Global movements is a dead end. I'll tell anybody that. It has always been a dead end. all you do is end up helping the other person and not yourself. So you're in a bigger situation than you are in then.
This is instead of micro movement.
Everything he said here, I like the fact that I gotta give my pros first. Everything he was actually logistically correct when he named down the details and the structures. Now, the conflict of what he's talking about, for what I think is his issue, is the fact that we're delineating. We're sitting down and we're saying we don't want to work with everybody else, and we're only going to stay to our specific people. And that's what he's like. Nah, everybody always wanted mass communication, cross international relations and stuff like that. Cool. That's his particular perspective of how he feels about it. The way he sorry, the way he entered this conversation was the most passive aggressive, microaggression, aggressive way that gets people the wrong way. Everything he said here, the information, not everything, but a lot of the information that he said here in the talking points, with which some of the things I have the same agreement with, like the way that a lot of the people in the FBA community behave. Not all of them, but a lot of the people in the FBA community behave in a specific way, and it's not all of them. It's just because a lot of people have different types of ways of expressing their emotions, and we can't generalize and marginalize everybody. Even when I say a lot of the people, I don't even want to say that. No, not all of them. He just exhibit the same type of way. The way you communicate, the way you articulate, the way you behave. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And you're sitting down saying, calling people tethered. Yeah, I don't think that we should be behaving and conducting ourselves in this particular way if you want to represent our culture in a nice way. I understand. And this is the reason why I say that. This is the reason why I say that, because you give these people ammunition to behave and conduct themselves like this and use your emotions and your frustration and your anxiety and your negativity of your experience, and they use it against you. So imagine if they weren't aggressive. Imagine if he wasn't calling me, but they call us this, and it doesn't matter. You are the superior visual aspect in this situation. When people see you, if you do something bad, they're going to see it 10 times faster than they're going to see these people. You give these people light. No disrespect to these people, all right? And these people could be any general perspective of who you think I'm talking about. I'm not gonna detail that, but you give these people light, you know. And it's just the same situation as if a homeless person walks up to Donald Trump. Now, terrible choice. Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan smacks Michael B. Jordan in the face. If Michael B. Jordan punches that guy out in the street right there, everybody will say that Michael B. Jordan punched that homeless guy out. They won't even care about his story until they have facts or proof to prove what actually happened. And that's the situation that you're under. That's the microneedle that you're under. And you know that you're under that microneedle. You know that the world is looking at you in an aggressive way, but you keep giving them ammunition and not being able to control yourself and conduct yourself. What? Calling people tether, calling them outside of their names. That's ammunition that they're trying to use against you to call you aggressively belligerent or call you, oh, they're a hate group. No. A lot of people in our particular community just haven't figured out the way to function without using such emotions. And it's not acceptable. And I understand you think that you expressing these emotions is showing how much deeply passionate and how hurt you are. But a lot of other people who actually have emotional maturity don't see it as that. All the screaming, all the yelling, all the behavior. And I'm not saying this person is right, because he's exactly doing the exact same thing based off the way he started this particular situation. But the more he started having a conversation, if you watch the video back, you can see his emotions start to go down, and he started getting more logically controlled, like logistically controlled with the way he's interacting and responding. So for the beginning of this video, towards the end, you'll see him kind of tone it down, because he's starting to tap into more of his, like, he needs to have facts of what he's talking about.
These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day. I don't see these niggas doing no work against none of these fucking Nazis, none of these fucking Klansmen, nothing.
We don't have to do any work around them. Know why? Because, first of all, we already did that work. Nigga, did you forget what happened in Ohio? Nigga, did you forget what happened in Mississippi? Those were all foundational Black Americans. Those wasn't pan-Africans. Those wasn't fucking Democrats. No, those were foundational Black Americans that were packing niggas out.
All I see is them niggas calling out other black people all day. We're also thinking about global movements, mass communal practices instead of micro movements.
Regardless of that, I don't think that it's acceptable for him to sit down and marginalize and generalize a whole particular group of people. And I understand when people say, yeah, but you're the exception, Adonis. You're the one that doesn't really have him. And like I said, I don't think that everybody should be able to sit down and have these type of conversations. And I don't think that the loudest person in the room should be the person that's sitting down addressing people. Just because you loud, aggressive, and angry about some shit doesn't mean that you can articulate yourself. The difference between this person right here, respectfully, and I'm not choosing sides, I'm giving you a clear assessment of what I'm thinking in my head. The difference between this person right here, I haven't watched many of his content at all. He broke down detailed descriptions on things. Now, I don't know if he travels abroad, but I'll make this my point on this situation in response to what he said. Although you might see that having these conversations with Africans abroad, or Africans who are migrated in, to be something that's not significant or not important because they don't understand and they don't know any better, if you feel like that, that's cool. But the impact that their perspective and the way they're handling things and the way they're influencing people abroad is something that's very important. All right, it's not just America. All right, the way the rest of the world views Black Americans and the way the rest of the world views America has a significant impact. And I know you like to say, no, they don't really matter. Yes, the hell they do. Because when you travel abroad and people start saying, oh, Americans are dumb, and on a consistent basis, the way they look at you, say you're American, they laugh in your face, and they say, oh, you're a Black American? You don't even know where you come from. You can't imagine how the experience of you just traveling abroad, just being a regular person, is completely destroyed and disrupted. That's the reason why I started traveling abroad and making these interviews and having these conversations, because we had to start explaining to people, not explaining to them, but educating the rest of the world that these people who come from these colonized countries don't know anything about our history and don't know what they're talking about. And that's an important thing to do. So when you sit down and you marginalize and you have these conversations and you say, well, Black Americans, you calling people, tell you, you're checking people's cards. Nah, I think it's important because there are a lot of African people who migrated into America after the 1800s who literally assimilated to our culture and literally act like they are the representation of our particular culture and our lineage. They think that they can sit down and talk about these particular things and they don't even know a lot of the history at all. But because they were born in America and their parents were born in America, they think that they have the cosign to be able to do these things. So when you break down and ask somebody, yo, how long your family been here? How long have you? Oh, so you're not really one of us. You assimilated to being one of us. Okay, well then that separates the reality of shift. Okay, so you were a guest who stayed, and now your children are part of the family. Okay, well if your children are a part of the family, as somebody who's been here for a very long time, I think it's my right to tell you the history on this situation and why the way you are conducting yourself is not something that is appropriate and beneficial for our particular.
Adonis is just a little bit nicer than people. I'm not that nice. I'm gonna be personally honest. I'm not that nice.
Lineage. I hope that makes sense to the people that watch it.
But I get him.
Therefore, in the point that he did make, FBAs in general, not every FBA, but a lot of people think that the way they express themselves from an emotional capacity or emotional standpoint is appropriate. It is not helping us. It is not solving the problem for you getting frustrated and you crying, you lashing out. I'm not saying everybody is doing this, but you know just as well as I know that it feels good. But the image that it portrays is not something that's functional. Even this video I just watched, the beginning of the way he's alarming, my first brain was just like, why is he screaming? Why is he calling people niggas? Why is he, like, you have a platform, my guy, and I understand you want to stay authentic to what you want to do. I get it, but if you want to be informative, educational in some type of capacity, you can't be conducting yourself like this. I get it though, but like you gotta understand there's other people, other people that are watching, and they're gonna portray you in a different way because we all consume information completely different, you know? But that's just on me. I'm not telling him how to be. I'm not telling y'all how to be. I'm just giving y'all a different perspective on what y'all think, what I think about this particular situation, and what I think is the problem when it comes down to the FBA situation. Regardless of that, people need to be educated on what FBA is. A lot of people have this different misconception of what it is, and it's up to your job to sit down and tell other people, even in our culture, to stop behaving and conducting yourself like this. Stop acting like this. Stop encouraging this toxic, emotional field. Because what? Because you feel like they're touching the pit of your soul when they're getting aggressive and checking these people? Bro, that's not helping nobody. Get out of your emotions and play chess. This is not checkers. Play chess. Get out of your emotions and say we need proper representation at a particular time. You're always going to call a lawyer when you're going up to face the judge, when you're being in some trouble, when you are getting into some trouble. Why? Because a lawyer is not going to be emotional while representing you. You need somebody to represent you, not you to express yourself. You don't need somebody to represent you in an expressive way. You need somebody to represent you who's educated, articulative, and can communicate what are your thoughts, your feelings, and your needs throughout that time. This is important when we do social media because the face is very important. What is the face of FBA right now? That's a question I pose to you. If you made it this far into the video and you're watching us down below, please to the end.
All right,
The word or phrase.
I'm a land right here, everyone. Give me a second. So I'm gonna land right here, everyone. I want to say this. I think there is a erasure war. And the reason why I say there's an erasure war because at the end of the day, they're trying to erase Black Americans, the Black culture. Hey, salute, Robin, salute. And I think the immigrants aren't going to win this war, and the reason why is just because there'll be too many loose ends, and that's one thing that you will have to cut out is loose ends, but it is what it is. But these Democrats is gonna put these immigrants in a very bad situation. I'm gonna say that they're gonna put them in a very bad situation where they can't get themselves out of. It is what it is. And plus they're not civil enough. They are like white supremacists. White supremacists aren't civil. I don't give a fuck how great they dress. They're not civil. Andrew Tate is not a civil person. Like his brother's not a civil person. None of these people are civil people. So at the end of the day, you just got to take it as it is. I want to thank everybody. Give me a second. I want to thank everybody for coming on the show. Give me a second. I'm gonna start calling out the names. I want to thank Ray Ray, FBA, Shabaka, SP, Black King, Ping Fu, Dorsey, Rando, Convo, Dorsey again, Breeze Omega, Bombs Legacy, salute. American Dream Guy, salute. Renaissance Woman, and Miss Ramirez. Thank you, Miss Ramirez, for always coming up when you can. Thank you. I do appreciate that. But thank y'all, everybody, for coming on the show. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the morning. And take care.